forever.
Okay. It's 1,000,000 degrees out there.
I know. Venice Beach. Dude, how about this?
Okay.
We're hanging out at the beach, me and my girlfriend, and we've been there for about an hour now. All of a sudden, guess who sits down next to us? Not like to say hi, but like they put their stuff down too.
I don't know.
You know when you do Who the F?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Who the F guy.
Okay, who is it?
Lou Williams, Sweet Lou.
Wait, Baller Lou Williams?
Baller Lou Williams at the beach in Venice.
This is the crazy thing. Lou Will could go back into the NBA and pick up 15 points right now.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's
totally.
It's absurd. It's ridiculous. And he is, dude, great guy too. I got a great random Lou Will story. Lou Williams has got to be one of the best one-on-one basketball players of all time. He's so good.
He just had no other game than offense. But
that was it.
I mean, he was pretty 6th man of the year, Sweet Lou, by the way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, he had a nice little career there, man.
No, he did. I realized I was going to share a story, and it's not appropriate for the radio, so I'm not going to share that story. Oh. My bad. I just realized as I was starting to go into it, I was like, well, nope. Can't do that one. Okay. All right. Can't do that. Lou Will sat next to you, huh, pal?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it the aura of the fact that you were coming off of a beautiful date night with your girl over at Cheesecake? Is that what?
Yeah, that's probably what it was. I mean, it's honestly such a shock that I didn't see Sweet Lou at Cheesecake. Because everyone goes there.
Okay.
Bill?
I don't think everyone goes there. I am 100% firmly with Bill Reiter on this. No one with any kind of food sensibility goes to the Cheesecake. And this is the crazy thing about Cheesecake is not only is the food very mid there, but I don't even want to get a cheesecake from Cheesecake.
Okay, that I don't do.
The cheesecake from Cheesecake is like a brick in your stomach, bro. I don't know how this whole thing just turned into a giant cheesecake slander fest, but it has. If you guys missed it, our guy, Double P, on Friday night took his girl to the Cheesecake, much to the chagrin of Bill Reiter and I. Bill was going in so hard, man. Like he had the open table reservations. Just, I mean, he was refreshing that bad boy like it was, like his life depended on it, boy. Crazy stuff. 855-97-LA-FAN. I'll tell you what, every single Monday we've done this now for the past few weeks. Obviously, last week notwithstanding, but I did want to talk about Dodgers. But before we get into the Dodgers, I did want to talk about, man, who is this new outfielder? Who's this new outfielder, Alek Thomas? With Andy Pages on the IL. We're talking about a dude who is an all-star outfielder in Pages. Somebody who is hitting .272. Somebody who's got 21 home runs and 80 RBIs and a 797 OPS, which is good. This is obviously a huge loss. More than anything, for Andy Pages, we salute his service in the two-hole of the lineup. Because the two-hole, as Bill Reiter has pointed out, has been an absolute abject disaster. It's cursed. The two-hole for the Dodgers is straight up cursed. It's so bad. No one has been able to do right in that spot. No one. Everyone in the two spot has been atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Mookie Betts, atrocious. Kyle Tucker, atrocious. As a matter of fact, Freddie Freeman, who did have a pretty decent homestand against the Pirates, and has been relatively decent from the two-hole recently. But prior to this, I would say, 9 games that he's been in the two spot? He also has been atrocious. As a matter of fact, before the Rockies series, the Freddie Freeman, who has been incredible, hitting over 300, obviously, Freddie Freeman was literally the worst two-hole hitter for the Dodgers this season, which is incredible to say. So again, we salute the service of Andy Pages, who has bitten the bullet, man. He has had to basically live in that 2 spot, much to his own chagrin. He's been so much better outside of the 2. Inside of the 2 spot, Andy Pages has been struggling, but again, we salute the service. He almost feels like, a Game of Thrones character going north of the wall, you know what I mean? He's like, all right, my service in the 2 spot has concluded. Good luck to the rest of y'all. So, again, with Andy Pages on IL, we saw Freddie Freeman jump back into that 2 spot. And again, some mixed results there. Game 1 in that 2 spot against the Pirates, 0 for 5. Bounced back nicely there in games 2 and 3. But, man, who is this new outfielder? Alek Thomas. Who is this guy? He played 5 years with the D-backs. The Dodgers traded for him on May 12th for another minor league prospect. Now, look, Alek Thomas is much more known for his speed and defense because my dude does not have a big bat. He is a career .230 hitter, career .634 OPS, and he's got 31 jacks, 31 home runs across roughly 1,500 plate appearances. That is akin to an 11 home run pace if he played 162 games with, let's say 550-ish plate appearances. So 11 home run pace. Not good. Not good. So again, known more for his defense, known more for his speed. Will he be able to stick out there in the outfield? We'll see. We'll see. I think he'll be, again, most likely, I just laid out some of these numbers here, most likely he'll be a platoon guy. Alek Thomas also played for the Mexico national baseball team. His dad, second-generation ball player, is Alek Thomas. His dad, Alan, former minor leaguer, longtime strength and conditioning coach for the Chicago White Sox as well. Talk about that Mexican-American heritage, man. His mom, Marcela, has got roots in Sonora. Viva Mexico. We're with it. We're with it. Again, we're going to continue that World Cup, that World Cup Korea, Mexico flavor, that bonding that we had done through the World Cup. Shout out Sonora. Last thing I'll say is, too, again, a tremendous athlete. We talk about the speed. We talk about the defense. This is somebody who committed to play football and baseball at TCU.
Go Frogs.
There you go. Go Frogs. This is the last 2 years Double P was in college.
Oh, yeah.
The Horned Frogs.
A little depressed this week because TCU just went back to school, and all my boys who are juniors and stuff, they're all heading back, and once
Senior
they get
year,
back,
baby.
it's like, man, they're all back, and I'm not,
Question for you: all the TCU boys that you're mentioning here, are they all from Texas?
Good question.
You had to have been one of the few California dudes at TCU.
Believe it or not, TCU heavily populated of Californians.
Really?
Yes, San Diegans.
Really?
Oh yeah, and Orange County.
Wow.
It's actually
Why?
It was actually shocking when I got there how many people were from there.
That's bizarre.
It really is.
Okay, but why? What is it? I mean, it's not like you can recruit students. You recruit athletes, but you don't recruit students.
Well, I know I would sit here and be like, I don't know what the appeal is, but I went there too. So I mean,
Wait, hold on. Actually, I never got the backstory here, bro. Like, what is the backstory? Like, why did you go to TCU? Because you went to Emerson, right?
Yeah, I did.
And Emerson's in the Northeast.
Yes.
How does a California guy who spent his entire life in California, how does that guy, I get you get recruited to play D3 ball at Emerson, but then now how do you end up at TCU?
Well, I forgot to mention the Emerson kick. I played baseball there as well, and I was actually on a baseball visit to TCU, that out of high school. That's how TCU had started. I was actually much better at baseball than I was at basketball.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking about going to TCU for baseball, and then I just remembered the campus. Once I ended up deciding for Emerson, I was at Emerson for a little bit, and then I remembered how great TCU was, and that's how I went back there.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's how TCU started. A little baseball recruiting trip to TCU. What a field they have, by the way. Lupton Stadium, shout out.
All right. Well, it sounds like Alec Thomas missed out there. But no,
yeah.
Listen, he committed to go to TCU to play football and baseball. Hell of an athlete. Is the Dodgers' new outfielder, but he ultimately got drafted in the second round by Arizona. Hey, and listen, when you're 18 years old and you get drafted and you get that baseball draft money, hard to turn down, bro. Hard to turn down. By the way, I think 2018, that again is before the NIL money got in there. You know what I'm saying? Different world nowadays. But every single Monday, we have been doing a Dodgers State of the Union. And we're going to keep that going, man. It is a beautiful Monday. It's hot out there in Southern California. If you're in the car listening, man, we appreciate y'all. Turn on that AC, baby. Crank it. I know it's hot out there. If you want to call in, 855-97-LA-FAN. How are y'all feeling after the 3-game sweep? 6 games in a row now. The Dodgers have won. But I don't know if you feel more confident. You can't feel less confident. I get that. You can't feel less confident, you know? But that being said, when you're talking about the Dodgers State of the Union, I'm talking about the Dodgers State of the Union. Yeah, there it is. There it is. We need that. Yeah, we need that. We're talking about that Dodgers State of the Union. They win 6 in a row. Back-to-back sweeps of 2 really bad teams. The Rockies, they stink. Pirates, I don't want to say they stink, but they're bad adjacent, dude. Like, they are. This is not a good team, man. Not a good team. So how are we feeling, bro? Boys, how are we feeling after a 6-game winning streak? Again, I know some people, they want to be all up in their Dodger blue and being like, yeah, man, we're back, baby. We're back. And there is some truth to that. There's some truth to that. 6 games in a row, the Braves have stunk up the joint. And so now the Dodgers, just 1 game back of the Milwaukee Brewers. But man, they got a huge lead on the Braves now. So that part of it is good. But I'm sorry. I am sorry. If we're talking Dodger State of the Union, I'll tell you what, I don't know if I feel more, or I don't feel less confident, that's for sure, but I don't feel more confident in the Dodgers. They are just barely getting by. They're like me my senior year of high school a million years ago, just doing just enough to stay in school. That was me at Cal. Just doing just enough to stay in school. I graduated with a 2.9. Not good. Not good. Just enough. Just enough to go get that degree, baby.
Perfect.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it feels like when you're watching these Dodgers play. Doing just enough. But what is it, man? Is it because they're so talented? And they're just doing just enough? Or again, are there more cracks in the armor? I'm not sure. Middle relief still... Ooh, middle relief is looking dicey, boys. It's looking dicey. I don't know. A couple of 1-run games on Friday and Saturday where the Dodgers win 5-4 and then 4-3. Obviously, again, the big news, Andy Pages hit by a pitch on Friday, broke his hand. X-rays, they revealed a fracture on the left hand. Dodgers placed him on a 10-day IL, but it does sound like he's going to be out at least, let's say, around a month. Pages underwent a minor procedure over the weekend to insert a compression screw into the hand to help healing. Here is Dave Roberts on the injury.
It's really unfortunate, obviously. It's not season-ending because obviously things like that is 4 or 5 weeks. So I would expect him back, knowing him on the earlier side. But yeah, it's going to be 4 weeks, but there's still time in the season for him to be back. But yeah, I feel for him because he's having such a good year and he likes to play. And but yeah, we've got to move on and hold down until he's back.
So, again, I'm sure there will be a platoon. Tommy Edman will work into that platoon. Maybe Alex Call will work into that platoon. Thank you for bringing back that music. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're listening to the Dodger State of the Union on the James Kell Show, 855-97-LA Fan. Meanwhile, Saturday, all eyes were on a couple of lefties, Tarek Skubal and left-hander Kyle Tucker. Skubal was tagged for 3 runs in the first, but went on to dominate. Where'd that music go, bro?
See,
you can't just drop the music on me, bro.
You ratted me out, man. So the thing's not saved as like a, for those of you who don't get it, the thing's not saved as what we call a drop yet in the system because the bed's so long.
Okay.
Let's just tell the folks how it is. So, you can't play the music with the sound that we're about to play. Hashtag foreshadowing there.
You give me the music, then you take away the music, then you give it to me. What's happening over here? Okay. It's all right. We'll let it go, Double P. Again, Skubal. Tagged for 3 runs in the first inning. It was just the 3rd time in his career that he has been hit for 3 runs in an inning. But then, man, he went on to dominate. He went on to absolutely dominate. 6 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits with 11 strikeouts. Kyle Tucker, well, I don't know, he wasn't that good. But it felt like he was better than he was. Because Tucker snapped an 0-for-26 home skid with this 2-run single.
One deal. And a bouncing ball through the right side for a base hit. That scores. Here comes Muncy. And man, did Kyle Tucker need that. Go-ahead hit to snap an 0-for-26 at Dodger Stadium.
Woof. 0-for-26. I would just like to mention that Kyle Tucker, that was his only hit of that game, and he had another hit in the following game here as well. Not great. But it felt like he was back. I don't know if that's actually true, but it felt like that. Meanwhile, yesterday, Blake Snell. If you said no, la 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 la. Blake Snell. There it is. Blake Snell, 3rd game in a row, just absolutely dominant. 6 scoreless, 2 hits, struck out 6. Blake Snell, in his 3 starts back, 18 innings. He's allowed just 2 runs in that span. And he struck out 21 batters across those 8 innings as well. Here's Blake post-game, who says he is still not satisfied.
There was a couple innings there where, get 2 quick outs and then full count walk. It's not acceptable. Especially with, I feel good. I know I can command the ball. It's honestly lazy. It's me trying to get strikeouts instead of, try to go 7, 8, 9. So definitely got to clean that up. But I know I'm going to do that and just continue to get better and learn and grow. But happy with the slider today to righties. I felt like I was finally on top of the ball. It looked like a fastball. So happy with that. But, yeah, I just know I got a lot to do to be better.
All right, so there you go. Still not totally happy, but I tell you what, man, he's been dominant. I think he's just playing that. He's playing that humble pie game. He is playing that humble pie game. People in the chat looking at this music right now, Double P, just want to let you know.
Let's go.
Okay.
Maybe they can help me save it here in the computer system.
Perfect. This is the Dodger State of the Union on the James Kell Show. Tomorrow, huge series. Dodgers on the road against the Braves. Atlanta, man, they have stunk up the joint. They've lost 7 of their last 10. Dodgers, as I've mentioned, and as you guys know, they've won 6 in a row. And as a result, LA now has a dominant 4-game lead on the Braves for the 2 seed. They're just 1 game behind Milwaukee for the 1 seed. Dude, 2 weeks ago, that felt impossible. Dodgers finding the right opponents at the right time, I will say that. The biggest storyline for tomorrow, obviously, is the return of Tyler Glasnow. The former All-Star has been out since May. It's been 3 months. 3 months that Tyler Glasnow has been out with back spasms. Where Tyler Glasnow has made that noise many, many times. Here is Dave Roberts on Glasnow's return.
I'm excited to see Tyler back, and I know he's been missing competing. Worked hard to get healthy, get his pitch count up, and now finally participate. And like I said, it's going to be a fun series here against the Braves, and it'll be good to get Tyler back in the mix.
All right, that was Dave Roberts again. This is such a, man, what an unbelievably huge series this is. Again, if the Dodgers go on the road, by the way, shout out Truist Park, man. I've been there a few times, man. Awesome ballpark, dude. They're doing it right there in Atlanta. You could hate Atlanta all you want, brother, but let me tell you something, Truist, that's nice. Shout out to them. But, man, huge series, because I tell you what, if the Dodgers go out there and they sweep the Braves somehow, it's over. Second seed locked up, it's over. It is over. I mean, it'd be almost impossible for the Braves to come back. From a 7-game deficit to the Dodgers, no, not going to happen. But even if they win that series, really puts this one very close to out of reach. On the flip side, if the Dodgers go out there, again, they've played 2 bad teams. If they go out there and they just get whooped, bad look, panic, back in the streets, people are going to be feeling not good about this at all. So a lot could happen. Momentum is a hell of a drug, man. A lot of different things can happen when the Dodgers play the Braves starting tomorrow. Okay, I tell you what, let's step away. When we come back, I want to break down whether or not you guys think, whether I think that Kyle Tucker is actually back. What were the biggest pros and the biggest cons of the last 3 games? What did we learn from the Dodgers taking on the Pirates as they head into a pivotal, critical 3-game stretch against the Braves? More of the James Coe Show coming up on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. fully back now. We're
yeah.
fully back. Posty's back in the building. Post Cologne is back in the building. 855-97 LA fan.
Dodger baseball.
Yeah, man, we were giving you the State of the Union, State of the Dodgers Union. If you want to call in, let me know where you guys are at in regards to Dodger baseball. Let me know. I will be sharing my thoughts here on what my major takeaways were in regards to the Dodger series against the Pirates. What can we learn from this 3-game set? I mean, again, I think it's somewhat limited. It's a great team, the favorite to win the World Series, taking on is it the worst team in baseball? No. But this is not a good team in the Pittsburgh Pirates. And especially when we're talking about starting pitching staff, it's just not there. It's just not there. What do we learn? What do we take away? 855-97 LA fan. We go to the phone lines right now. We go to Mitch in New Jersey, who is calling in. Mitch, what do you want to talk about, pal?
How you doing, James? How's it going? We're back. I think our pitch is going to carry us. We've got so many starters. I mean, seriously, we could fill if we had a healthy team, we could fill two teams for starting pitchers alone. And I know you only need like 3 or 4 for the playoffs. But my biggest concern is the offense. I mean, we're not really hitting a lot of home runs like we did in the past and winning, 9-2, stuff like that. I wish they'd bring out DePaul, any other hitter in a supposedly best form system. Let's give it. I'm sure that guy will give it a try if you ask him. If he had a choice, like DePaul. I mean, they're raving about how talented he is. They want to trade him. Let's bring him up, see what he's had. Because unfortunately, another injury hit the Dodgers. It seems like every other week somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, no, thanks for the phone call, Mitch. It's a great point. I wanted to hit on Josue DePaula as well because I just don't. At this point, what's the excuse? I really am truly, honestly confused. They would rather bring up a guy in, Alek Thomas. And by the way, listen, he looked pretty good. Not going to lie to you. I think the athleticism was truly on display, and that was one of my takeaways from this 3-game set. Was that I thought that Thomas looked pretty good, but again, we know that he's not a huge prospect. He's not a big bat in any way, shape, or form. And this is a team that I'll tell you what. Other than the starting pitching, a lot of what they are doing right now is not good baseball. They're not good in the field. Middle relief is borderline disastrous. Their offense, I think, has picked up, but again, it's picked up in what way? Because again, they're doing this against bad pitching. This 6-game stretch was really important, I think, for the confidence of the Dodgers hitters, and that was one of my major takeaways from this 3-game series against the Pirates, is that this offense needed this stretch. They desperately needed to get back on track. I think they need to find a little bit of confidence. Again, I don't know where Kyle Tucker is at. I got to think, man, I'm not trying to go full Dalton Rushing here, but he is a grown man, and it's a little embarrassing as a $60 million man that he needs a little pick-me-up from the home crowd. I'm not trying to go full Dalton Rushing here, bro. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm sorry, man, when you make $60 million, you have to find the motivation yourself. You've got to do. Look, I will say this. I don't think that he is quote unquote back. I know the tenor of Kyle Tucker's homestand was okay, Kyle Tucker might be heating up for the stretch run.
2 for 11.
2 for 11. Yeah, he's there, baby. And you could say that, because what was he was 0 for 5, right? He was 0 for 5 in that first game. So he was 2 for 6? I think 2 for 6 on the back on the last 2 games, right?
Yes.
And so you're saying to yourself, okay, 2 for 6, that's something we can work with. I mean, it's such a ridiculously small sample. It's a 2-game sample. Right? For the homestand, he was 2 for 11. But again, if we're just hyper isolating, just the smallest of sliver of sample size. Over his last 2 games, he's 2 for 6. All right.
Check this out.
Check this out. And listen, he had a couple of clutch hits too. So again, the timing of the hits matter. And so these were good. He picked up a couple of RBIs and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I will say again, the reason it's okay, the Dodger fans are asking for so little that even in that 2-game stretch where he's 2 for 6, the vibes felt better and different. But at the end of the day, okay, 2 for 6, both singles. Again, I don't want to be that guy, but what are we really looking at here? Is he back? I don't know. I'll tell you what, he's not back, I guess, if you want to take a positive approach to it. But again, the fact that it was both singles and it was his only 2 RBIs for the entire series, that's not great, man. By the way, his last multi-hit game at Dodger Stadium came July 6th. That is nearly 2 months ago. Woof. So, no, I am not of the mindset that he is back. I think there are some positive slivers to take away. I don't think that he looked all that comfortable in the batter's box either. I have never hyper-analyzed somebody's body language in the batter's box like this, man. And maybe I'm probably not the right guy to do it, bro, but I can't help but watch and just hyper-analyze. I'm fixated on what his body language is like, especially after that performance where he goes to the bench and he is just there all by his lonesome. There ain't a teammate within arm's reach. Poor Kyle Tucker, bro. He just looks like he is he is lost deep in the woods. His body language, I thought, was okay. I love the fact that he's trying to do different things. I love the fact that he's like, all right, I normally take BP inside, but now I'm taking BP outside. And he's trying to change it up. You got to change it up. But when you're making $60 million, brother, come on, man. This whole idea, this whole conversation of he needs a pick-me-up. Like he needs teammates to help pick him up. He needs the fans to help pick him up. No. Stop it. Again, I don't want to go full Dalton Rushing here because, again, I believe in men's mental health. Bro, I believe in men trying to pick up other men. I believe in this. Man, I truly believe in this. Oh, it's incredibly important, actually. I think that's a part of men's mental health. That we don't talk, as men, we don't talk about this enough. Hey, listen, you need the other dudes to pick you up, bro. That happens. I get it. I understand. But, brother, when you are making $60 million, you're a former All-Star. We got to find a way. We got to find a way. I don't know how. I'm not that smart. But we got to find a way. So this whole conversation of like, hey, Dodger fans, we should try to pick up our guy, Kyle. First of all, this is a very mercenary feel because I don't think he's really engaged with the fan base. I don't know if he's really engaged with his teammates. Has my man Kyle Tucker ever told a joke? That's my joke about Kyle Tucker telling a joke. I don't know if he has ever told a joke. The way his body, dude, even Jay Cutler thinks his body language stinks, bro. Smoking Jay Cutler thinks that Kyle Tucker's body language stinks right now. Like I said, man, he is not, I don't think he's really endeared himself to his teammates. Certainly has not endeared himself to the community or to the fan base. And that's fine. But when you're, like I said, it's just a job for him. It's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But if you're going to be that way, I'm sorry, you can't ask for the Dodger faithful to then give a guy who's been with the team for a cup of coffee, man. Like he's been with the team for a few months, bro. Like all of a sudden you want guys who are, in the outfield, like bleachers, to give you a standing O for what? Again, he's not saying it. He's not saying it. But there's a certain subsect of the fan base that's saying, hey, listen, let's try to pick up our guy. And I'm like, for what reason, though? For what reason? I mean, more than anything, it's like the guy's got to go out there and just find the resolve. He's got to go out there and find that inner peace. He's got to go out there and find that inner fire. I don't know what he's got. Dude, bro, I don't know. Go watch Braveheart or something. Dog, when that Braveheart music kicks, shoo-wee. If you're not fired up listening to a Braveheart monologue, I don't know. Find something. Is he into anime? Listen, dude, maybe watch My Hero Academia or something. I don't know. Watch Demon Slayer. Hey, listen, if you're into anime, Demon Slayer will get you fired up now. That'll get you fired up. I don't know what he's into. I went wide genres right there. Demon Slayer? Braveheart? Listen, I don't know where he's got to find that inner motivation. I don't know where he's got to find that inner fire, but he's got to find it. $60 million talking about the bleacher folks need to stand up. No. I am diametrically opposed to that, dude. Like, absolutely not. That shouldn't even be a conversation. And by the way, it'd be different. Like, if it's for Mookie, it's different, right? Like, he's been with the team for a minute now. Like, he's won a world championship. Like, it's different, man. You can't give the Mookie treatment to the new guy who's been there and has not endeared himself to the fan base or the team. It's just different. It's a crazy conversation, too, by the way. I'm just like, oh, my goodness gracious, crazy conversation. Okay, I tell you what, we're going to step away when we come back. Yeah, this is it. That's what I'm talking about. Well, this is the Dodger State of the Union right now. It's an off day. It's a travel day. They're going to Atlanta, baby. Big 3-game stretch. You know what? As a matter of fact, maybe Kyle Tucker just needs to listen to my show. If you listen to my show and you don't get fired up for yourself, I don't know. Every red-blooded male listening to this show right now is feeling a little gas. Getting the flames going. That's what you get when you listen to James Coe's show. All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. Want to say hello to all the folks on the YouTube side of things, man. Y'all make it interesting for me. I like reading these comments sometimes, bro. David 100, I see you. What's going on? Jay 9861, active in the chats right now. I appreciate you, brother. Wayne Mulholland, as always, active in the chats too. What's going on? All right. Let's transition here. Going from baseball to football, we go the top 3 headlines in the world of football with Cover 3.
Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go. We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party.
It's time for the Cover 3.
All right, for this, we bring in our guy, Double P, for Cover 3. It all rhymes. On purpose, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. All right, hit me, pal.
All right, well, good news in San Francisco. Looks like the Niners will be getting back George Kittle, and he'll be ready for Week 1 as they activated him off the PUP list.
I'm not going to lie, bro.
What?
When you said good news in San Francisco, I thought this was going to be a joke headline. We will hit on that for sure a little later. But no, this is probably the only good news coming out of Niners preseason right now.
Without question. And then here's what CMC had to say about getting their guy, George Kittle, back.
It's unbelievable, man. We've been watching them, just because guys aren't out there practicing, they're still working out. So I've been watching him for the last, 4 or 5 weeks, going out there and working out, and he looks incredible. It really is amazing. It's a testament to his work ethic, how much time he puts into recovering. But to come back this fast, there's a difference between coming back quickly and coming back and looking like that. And so it's amazing, man. When 85's on the field, when he's in shoulder pads and a helmet, everybody on the team feels it.
I'm going to be honest with you, Double P. I think the Niners are going to be an absolute disaster this upcoming season. I mean, I like that CMC is going rah-rah for George Kittle, but I just don't have that hope and optimism, dude. I mean, we're talking about a guy that is age 32 right now in George Kittle. He's coming off of a major late season Achilles injury. He's going to turn 33 on October 9th, so pretty early in the season, early in the campaign. George Kittle's going to turn 33. And again, I just don't care what people say about injury recovery, how they look in training camp. The bottom line is every single athlete who has come back from an Achilles has looked slow as all get out, man. When you actually got to put the pads on, when you actually got to go play there at game speed and taking on live fire defenses, it doesn't matter what sport you're talking. Guys come back and they look like they're walking through mud.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine George Kittle at 33 years old is going to come back from a late season Achilles injury and look like the guy that folks remember George Kittle to be. And I love George Kittle. I think George Kittle is one of the, if we're being aggressive, one of the 5 best tight ends to ever play the game, if we're being aggressive. Again, I'd have to sit back and think, Gronk is in there, Antonio Gates is in there, Tony Gonzalez is in there. Shoot, I don't know. I'm sure there's some old school dudes that I'm not thinking of right now.
Dude, it's pretty aggressive.
But it's still aggressive. Hey, as aggressive as it is, I still might be right, though, because when we're talking about a true tight end who gets out there in the blocking game and is also a threat catching the football, that's George Kittle. So I will stick with that take, man. I will take George Kittle in my top 5 versus anybody else, man. So I've got him right there. But that being said, 33 years old, bro, coming back from a late season Achilles, no. Nope, absolutely not. CMC, I think, is a huge injury risk. They're already, Mike Evans is older, working through a hamstring injury right now. They're just, it's all over the place. It is all, Ricky Pearsall out for the season. Yeah, man, San Francisco could be in for a really rough, bumpy ride in 2026.
George Kittle, possibly top 5 of all time, though. Another top 5 of all time right there in Cleveland, Deshaun Watson. He was named the starter today for the Browns.
Okay.
But Deshaun Watson did have this to say after getting booed over the weekend.
Don't you think, Deshaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life.
That is, I mean, level 0 self-awareness. Level 0. That's negative self-awareness. I regret nothing in my life, says a guy who is accused of doing all kinds of weird, freaky behavior with masseuses. Dog, what?
Nothing.
I regret nothing in my homeboy. What? Dog. I mean, like, I wish he had come out and said, I regret nothing of my football life or something. You know, like, I regret nothing that I've done on the field or something. Like, that at least would have some kind of, like, self-awareness, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you say something that stupid and then you're named the starting quarterback,
incredible.
You have to apologize.
I want to address the comments from Saturday after the game. You know, I think just, you know, human nature, just myself being very emotional, putting a lot of time these last 2 years to, you know, get back and, you know, spend time in this facility, in the city, meeting a lot of different people in the community. You know, I thought I was going to get, you know, a little different response, but, you know, I think, you know, my emotions got the best of me, and, you know, my comments wasn't intending to go at any of the fans around in the city, because there's been a lot of great fans that have been supporting me.
trying his best to walk that thing back. I don't think it's working, man. I actually have a pretty interesting conspiracy theory as to why Cleveland selected Deshaun, but you know what? I'm going to save that for after the break. All right, so keep it running. Keep it running.
All right, cool. We'll go to Ashton Genty, who was carted off, but the injury is now considered minor as he suffered a sprained ankle, but the Raiders were on their indoor turf field when they have 3 outdoor practice fields.
Is it the heat? Is that why they're doing this?
I guess.
I mean, they'd rather have the air conditioning than the natural grass, I guess.
Something like that.
Dude, bro, I don't even know, man. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, I get it. I get it. If I had a choice, I'd rather have that air conditioning too. But if you're the coaches, don't you want? I mean, that's the thing with coaches. Like, don't they want it to be hot and weird and like uncomfortable and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it's good practice.
The funniest thing about this whole thing is that he had the initial reporting on it sounded so scary.
Yeah.
It was Ashton Genty goes down with a non-contact injury.
ACL.
You're thinking ACL. You're thinking Achilles. Non-contact injury. And then they're like, oh, and it happened on the indoor practice turf. You're like, oh yeah, for sure. That's an Achilles or some kind of ACL. And then they go on to report that there was a prayer circle. Players got into a prayer circle and were praying for Ashton Genty. And then, I mean, golly, it was like 12 hours later, and they're like, oh, yeah, actually, it was just an ankle sprain. He should be fine. Bro, what? Now, hey, listen, first of all, I'm happy. I'm incredibly happy that Ashton Genty, who I think is going to have an incredible breakout season. If y'all are drafting in fantasy, and you're at the end of the first round, and Ashton Genty is there, just take him. He'll be fine. I love Ashton Genty this year. I think he's going to be amazing. But it just, I mean, and this is the problem when you can't film practices, you know? The reporting was wild, bro. Non-contact. Doing on the inside turf practice field. Players got together with a prayer circle for a regular sprained ankle, dog?
My goodness.
Holy moly. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. And dude, there were legitimate fantasy drafts that were crazy impacted by the news, dude. Including one that I was in. I'll share that story after the break here. But man, I got so many more thoughts on both Jed York and Deshaun Watson. Ohio, apparently the hotbed for, let's just say, sexual miscreants. All right, we move on. We'll be right back. #855-97 LA fan, 855-97 LA fan. I am sure you guys have heard about a little of what is going on with the CEO of the San Francisco 49ers, Jed York. Dog, what is happening?
Oh, no.
This is absolutely what? I can't get through this segment, bro. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the intestinal fortitude to just do this without just laughing hysterically. Dog, what? Dude, what in the freaky hell is going on in the NFL? This has got to be the freakiest NFL offseason that we have ever seen.
Hey, yo, what the
100%. Like, hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what the
For reals. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what the
First, we had the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel thing. What an absolutely bizarre situation that was, where Diana Rossini was having an extramarital affair with Mike Vrabel. It has happened in sports before, so I don't want to make it seem like, oh my goodness, but it has never happened to that level. Well, we're talking about one of the premier true insiders in the NFL. And now when you say insider Diana Rossini, people laugh because it sounds like a dirty joke. I mean, that story in and of itself, all right, that's one off season. You're like, all right, hey, listen, I get it. Okay. All right, hey, NFL's crazy, man. Then you've got Kyle Shanahan doing, I don't even know what, but very mysteriously gets into a car crash where everything about the car crash seems shady as hell. Where they're suppressing the information for 2 weeks. Guy suffered a huge injury. The team is trying to be like, oh, it's just a concussion, guys. He'll be back. Meanwhile, one of his close friends reveals on Pro Football Talk that they were worried that he might lose his eye. This is not a minor injury. This is a major injury. The police suppressing all the information. Again, the police are in the bag for the Niners, bro. Like, again, the cover-up is insane. It really, truly, honestly makes you wonder. When the cover-up is to this level, what are they truly covering up? You really, truly, honestly think they're going to go to this length, to this degree, to cover up a simple car accident? No chance in hell. Not only are they not releasing the police reports, not only are they not going to release the body cam footage, but magically and mysteriously, police quote-unquote, accidentally assign the blame to the other driver. What? When it clearly was not the other driver. In this same offseason, we also have Matt Miller, ESPN draft analyst, getting into a car accident himself. Again, they had to amputate limbs. And my dog is out here battling for his life, lost a limb, and is like, can't wait to get back and analyze the 2027 quarterback class. Dog, sit this one out, boy. This is insane. I hope I never get to the point in my life where analyzing the 2027 quarterback class is on par with my life. Dude. Just chill, Matt Miller. And then in this crazy story of Matt Miller, we find out he's a huge fraud. A grifter. Somebody who has scammed people out of thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. Like, this guy is legitimately a fraud. A hack. That all happened this offseason. Now, we got Jed York trying to pay 140 buckaroos for prostitution. Dog.
Hey, yo, what the
Doug, what in the freaky hell is going on in Ohio? We're talking about the 49ers co-owner Jed York pleading guilty to prostitution solicitation. What in the freaky hell is happening in the NFL right now. It's mad. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Dude, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Okay. And by the way, like he also got arrested for having criminal tools. Like, what does that even mean? What does criminal tools mean? What a weird. That's just, yeah, man. Criminal tools. Well, I'm Googling this now, guys. He is convicted of soliciting prostitution and possessing criminal tools. Brother, like, I can't help but think of, like, okay, like, what has he got? Like a ski mask? Like, what? Like, I'm like picturing like an old time like robber, you know? Where he has the little bandana with the eye holes cut out. Like, like what are the criminal tools, dude? Like, he's trying, dude, brother, I am so confused. Like, he's trying to meet up at by the way, the details are just so incredible, man. Like he's trying to meet up with a prostitute at a trailer park. Dog, you're a billionaire. Dude, what is happening? Bro, what in the good graciousness, what is happening? Like I said, what in the freaky hell is happening? Doug, you're a billionaire. What is dude, I am so confused. Everything about this story is so confusing. I am fighting for my life, trying not to just spend the next 10 minutes laughing. Because this is so weird. It's so freaky. It makes no sense. We're talking about the co-owner, one of the co-owners of an NFL franchise, going, I don't even know where, some random, mobile park, and trying to meet up with some girl for 140 buckaroos. What in the freaky hell? That's crazy, man. Crazy. Also charged with possessing criminal tools. Like, I don't know why. Okay, like what are the criminal tools involved with meeting up with a girl? Like, what? Dude, bro, I'm telling, it sounds freakier when you say it that way. It sounds way freakier when you say it that way. My God, Jed York being busted for criminal tools trying to meet up with the girl, bro. Like, what is that? Exactly. What does that even mean? Criminal tool. I swear to God, dude, I when I read this, I'm like, okay, dude, like, I am just picturing like the old-timey bank robber with like the bandana over his eyes. He's got like like some rope with him. And like one of them, like, like a hook attached to the end of the rope, so he can, like, I don't even know what he's gonna do. What are the criminal tools involved with meeting with a girl? Like, what's happening? Dude, I am so confused, man. Again, he spent 1 day in jail for both offenses, and then he pleaded no contest this morning. And he was also fined $1,100. Dude, $140. He's going to a mobile home park. Dude, what? Then you find out that he got divorced from his wife like 3 months ago. Probably because of this freaky stuff, bro. It's probably this freaky stuff that landed him in the hot water anyways. I've seen some people online being like, well, this is what happens when you get divorced. It's like, no, dog, he got divorced because of it, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, dude, listen to me. Listen to me. If you are going to the mobile home park for $140 to meet up with a girl, I promise that is 0% chance that was his first time doing that. 0% chance that was the first time Jed York was doing that. So no, it's not because the divorce. He got divorced because of this. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Craziness. Absolute.
How do you do?
Absolute madness. It just is. Like I said, man. This is the freakiest NFL offseason in the history of the NFL. This is so between Diana Rossini and Jed York, bro. This is the freakiest NFL offseason of all time. Golly, we have not even talked about the Niners, dude. Like, that's what's crazy. This is all happening around the Niners. Shanahan police cover up. I'm just saying. Police cover up. Jed York. I'm just saying. What they covering up for, bro? What they covering up for? It's freaky out there in the streets. It is straight up freakazoid stuff in the streets of San Francisco. Or I should say Santa Clara or whatever. That's crazy. Absolutely insane, man. So yeah, dude, 855-97 LA fan. Bro, if somebody has a better memory than me, tell me if there's a freakier offseason. I don't think there is. There have been crazier off seasons, maybe, but those are like personnel related. Those are like, I don't know, like, this is just so freaky, dude. It's so random. I don't understand.
It's the trailer park thing, though. It's just the trailer park thing for me.
Oh,
the guy couldn't even go to a La Quinta?
I mean, it's multiple things here.
Yeah.
And that is one part of an absolutely outrageous story.
It's so weird.
Bro, dude, you can't find just like a regular old girl though. Like this is what confuses me. Of course. Yeah. Dude, you're the owner. You're one of the owners of the Niners, dude. It cannot be difficult to find you a girl. Like, I'm sorry, like it just can't be. Or if he's into boys, I don't know what he's into. I'm just saying, like, it can't be hard. Like, go on Tinder, bro. Okay, dude, just go on Tinder. Actually, that's perfect. Before doing this freaky stuff with criminal tools and whatnot, my guy, can you just go on Tinder, go on Raya, or I don't know what other dating platforms there are. I'm old and married. I've been married for 1,000,000 years. Like, I'm old and married for 1,000,000 years. I was like, dude, like, I don't know what apps are out there. Dude, maybe that's the problem. Does Jed York not know that apps exist? Is he such a boomer? Dude, but here's the thing, dude. He's my age. He is my age. He has to be old enough to know, or young enough rather, to know what apps are. Or is he just that, like, removed from regular society because he's like, billionaire status? Dude, bro, get on an app, dude. Like, you will, dude, my goodness gracious. Get on an app. You're Jed York, dude. You're a billionaire, man. Like, you will find hella girls, dude. Like, it's not going to be hard, bro. Like, I'm so confused. Crazy. Freak is off-season NFL history, dude. Get on an app, dude. Get on an app. Okay, you know what, man? I wanted to... I promise you no one's going to call. Absolutely no one's going to. You know why? There's no man on existence right now that wants to get involved with this. None. Zero.
Nope.
They're like, they think they're laughing right now. They're like me, and they're laughing. And when their girl asks them what you laughing about, they switch that channel real quick. They're like, nothing, Bebs.
Nothing.
My guy's talking about the Lakers. I think the Kuminga rumors are hilarious. Hey, babe, what you laughing about over there? Oh, nothing, dude. Just thinking about Tyler Glass now coming back. Just think it's really, really funny. There ain't no man trying to call right now, dude. There ain't no man trying to call this show right now to talk about the freakiness that's happening in Ohio. Speaking of freaky in Ohio, Cleveland's quarterback battle.
It's pretty freaky.
Dude, bro. Come on, man. You got to give that one to me. That's an A+ transition right there. That's an A+ transition. Speaking of freaky and in Ohio, Cleveland has named Deshaun Watson their starting quarterback. And I've got a conspiracy theory on this one. Okay? Because there ain't no way, dude, after what... Dude, okay, listen. Listen to him. Listen to Deshaun Watson. Absolutely just crush the fan base after a super poor performance. Listen to him crush the fan base here.
Don't you think, Deshaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life.
I regret nothing in my life. Wow. Self-awareness 0. No, but listen, the reason you name him the starter, I think if you're Todd Monken, and Todd Monken is an older head coach. This is his first opportunity. He's been waiting for it for a long time. There's already rumors that he might be a one and done. I don't think he'll be one and done. I think he'll get at least 2 years, maybe 3. But you talk about Todd Monken. He's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time, and I don't know if you guys know what sunken cost fallacy is, but again, they're pouring a lot of money, ton of money, into Deshaun Watson. His contract is fully guaranteed. They keep trying to kick the can down the road, and they just keep eating it. Keep eating it. But I think the ownership and the reporting around the situation is that the ownership wants to get Deshaun Watson on the field. As a matter of fact, I called this on my podcast. I want to say, God, as soon as Todd Monken was hired, I was like, yep, Deshaun Watson's getting an opportunity to start, promise you. Why? Well, because again, Stefanski is an under center, mostly under center, offensive designer. He wants to get under center. He wants to run to the outside off of play, and then again play action and fire some shots downfield. And by the way, rightfully so. That's basically what Kyle Shanahan does. That's basically what Sean McVay does. And remember, Kevin Stefanski learned from not Clint Kubiak, but Clint Kubiak's dad, Gary Kubiak, in Minnesota. There's that connective tissue. You're looking at Kubiak, you're looking at Shanahan. They obviously work together, Shanahan, McVay. So again, Stefanski, McVay, Shanahan, similar offensive principles. We want to get under center. But when you take a look at the current coaching staff there, Todd Monken, no, not the case. This guy's shotgun all the way. Spread them out, baby. Let's go 11 personnel. Let's get 4 wide receivers. Let's blitz you. Let's get out there. Spread them around. Fling that football all over the yard. Kind of like how it was like 7-8 years ago, where everybody was going spread, right? And that's Todd Monken. Todd Monken wants to go spread you out, go shotgun, and let you work. Guess what? Deshaun Watson, 100% a shotgun guy. That's why the pairing of Stefanski with Deshaun Watson made absolutely no sense. Just like what I am telling you right now, the pairing of Kevin O'Connell and Kyler Murray makes absolutely no sense. I promise you that marriage is not going to work. I promise you. But Kyler's a Pro Bowler. Dude, at the time, Deshaun Watson was like the best quarterback on planet Earth, dude. He was in the conversation for top 5 quarterback in the league. You know what I mean? I promise you that's not going to. I promise you that marriage is not going to work out in Minnesota. But Deshaun Watson, his skill set, again, primarily out of shotgun, working with Todd Monken, that is something that could work. From a schematic standpoint, from a skill standpoint, and from a physical standpoint, it's not going to work. Deshaun Watson he's got nothing left, dude. Deshaun Watson has absolutely nothing left in the tank, both physically and mentally. He sounds mentally drained. He sounds mentally exhausted. He is done. He is absolutely finished. And he is saying the things of like, I want to keep playing. No, he doesn't. He wants to keep collecting a paycheck. That is it. And when you are set to make $200 million or whatever it is, more than $100 million, I don't know how much he's set to make. I think it's $200 million though. When you're set to make $200 more million, I promise you, you will bite the bullet. It doesn't matter how little you want to play football, you will get out there. But again, he's going to get that opportunity. My conspiracy theory is that Todd Monken knows that ownership wants Deshaun Watson to succeed. So Todd Monken looks at the situation and says, dude, this guy's got nothing left. Shador's not even a good quarterback, but screw it. Probably gives me a better chance to win. I think if Todd Monken had his way, he's probably giving Shador the start. But he knows that's going to go against ownership. He doesn't want to go against ownership. He wants to maximize and elongate his opportunity as head coach because he's waited for so long. So what's he going to do? He's going to go with the plan. He's going to let management have a say. He's going to start Deshaun Watson. And listen, he will do everything in his power to help Deshaun Watson succeed. But I think Monken knows that it's not going to work. And what you're going to do is you're going to let this guy go out there and absolutely bury himself, which is what he is doing currently, talking about the fans the way that he is talking about the fans. So I think, because here's the thing, you can't go Shador and have him stink up the joint and then go to Deshaun and then try to go back to Shador. Can't do that. You're going to have Deshaun out there starting. He's going to stink up the joint. And then when the fans are completely and utterly done with the guy and ownership is like, all right, well, I guess this ain't going to work. Then you go to Shador. And then it's Shador's, basically his job until the draft comes, and the draft is one of the deepest quarterback classes that we have seen in recent memory. Cleveland most likely will have a top 10 pick, which means they will have some opportunity to draft a quarterback. So I don't know how long it's going to go. As a matter of fact, we might see 4 games of Deshaun Watson. They start the campaign at Jacksonville, at Tampa Bay. Those are 2 losses for them. Then they take on Carolina at home. As a matter of fact, we might see Shador in the second half of the 3rd game. I think Deshaun will get that opportunity to start against Carolina. Everyone and their mother will be asking for something else. Being like, man, why is this guy starting? He stinks. And then I think Todd Monken will make the change, make the switch at halftime. To a home crowd against Carolina, a winnable game where, again, Shador comes in at halftime and the fans cheer him. That's the best method. I think that's the best game plan. So look for Shador, look for Deshaun Watson to stink up the joint for 2.5 weeks, and then it's Shador. Here we go. All right, man, let's step away. When we come back, more of the James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Oh, Tupac? Okay. My God, what do you know about Tupac, bro?
Not much.
Not much. A little bit before your time, dude. What's going on, everybody? James Go here with you. 855-97 LA fan. It's been a lot of fun on tonight's show. It's good to be back with y'all, man. It really is. All of last week, I was subbing in for DMAC on the DMAC and Reiter show. But yeah, man, it's been good to be back in the main chair. Good to be back on my pre-designated mic. I am a man of habit. I like habits. And when things, get a little sideways, I'm just not that comfortable, Hey, listen, I loved working a show with Bill. We got along famously, so it was good. It was good. Can I also shout out Bill Reiter, because I don't think people understand. How difficult it is to do a 4-hour radio show like that with, and Bill and I basically have just, we've talked in passing. We've never, had a long conversation at all. It is incredibly difficult to do a 4-hour show and do it well without some kind of chemistry prep, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So for Bill and I to just go out there and just, pew pew, shotgun that thing. And I thought, dude, listen, I thought them shows were fire, bro. I thought we did a good job. I thought we did a real good job, man. I'll tell you what, Double P did a hell of a job producing that week. Tell you that right now. But again, for us to just go out there and just, shoot from the hip like that, man, that is an incredibly difficult thing to do. I know it seems like it should be easy. It's actually really, really hard. Hello to everyone on the YouTube side, man. If you guys are on the YouTube side, do me a huge favor. Hit that like and subscribe. David100 says criminal tool was his cell phone used as evidence. Oh, dude, did Jed York have a burner phone? That's probably what he did. He didn't want to get too freaky with his regular phone, bro.
Oh, he's so smart.
Dude, listen, it makes it so much worse. My guy is smart enough to be like, hey, man, I need to get myself a burner phone to set up with this prostitute. Homeboy, dude, okay, get your burner phone, throw Tinder on there, bro. What are we doing? My guy, you own the Niners. Oh my gosh. I'm absolutely floored. I'm stunned. What are we doing? Dude, what? When you are that filthy rich and that much of a hype, and not just rich, it's not like you're like an investment firm guy or something, is it dude, if you work in finance and you're super hella rich, at the end of the day, that is still mad boring, right? Mad boring. It's some girls, whatever. I'm sure they'll be like, oh, that's interesting. And in their head, they're like, my God, that is so boring. Right? But dude, if you're Jed York, you're sitting there, you're having dinner, and you're talking about I don't know, hey man, so I was hanging out with Christian McCaffrey the other night, and he and I were talking about this. Yeah, I was hanging out with George Kittle. Oh, George Kittle's my dog. George Kittle's my guy. Bro, I'm sorry, that is a much more interesting conversation than talking about what's the PE report of, this random business I'm investing in, or did you see the yield on 30-year bonds? Dude, what? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's crazy. The fact that he had a phone, a burner phone, maybe possibly. I'm totally spitballing here. Criminal tool, because I mean, what they gonna charge you the criminal tool for your own phone or something? Dude, I don't know enough about the law, bro. I have no idea, bro. David Horse 800, I see you. He says, hey, James, what's cracking? Welcome back to Prime Time. That's right, baby. We're back. We're back. So, man, I don't know. Yeah, man, do me a huge favor, though. Hit that like and hit that subscribe. If you want to find the show on YouTube, it's you got to just search for The Fan LA, and you'll find it there. Okay. I tell you what, let's get to your top 2 headlines here in the world of baseball in a segment we like to call 643.
We'll be with you as soon as Leonard hits into a 6-4-3.
Ground ball to short. Vargas. Chavis. Smith. A huge 6-4-3 double play.
It's time for the 6-4-3.
All right, your double play of MLB headlines. Double P. Hit me with the double play.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we start with my Halos.
Yeah.
Because I'm wearing the bright red today.
Yes.
For this reason, the Angels fired pitching coach Mike Maddox on August 11th.
I love this story. Keep going.
And the Angels named Tim Levesque interim pitching coach.
Yes.
Before Yusei Kikuchi had to completely ruin it yesterday and give up 5 earned runs in his season debut. Welcome back. The Angels pitching staff overall leads the majors with a 1.64 ERA, and the starting rotation had an ERA of 2.53 in the month of August, second to only the Yankees. LA pitching has allowed 2 runs or less in 9 of 11 games in that span before, of course, Yusei Kikuchi ruined it yesterday.
Well, even with Kikuchi's start, and I know it wasn't bad. Okay, or I know it was bad, but again, going back to August 11th, and going all the way to today, the Angels' ERA as an entire pitching staff is 1.94. It is the best in the majors. It is awesome, and all of the extra metrics too. Like if you look at like expected ERA, it's pretty high up there. It's a expected ERA. The xERA is 3.14, right? That's second best in the majors. If you take a look at FIP, they're second best in fielding independent pitching. The pitching staff has been absolutely incredible. And I know what you're wondering, like, was the pitching coaching staff that bad? And the reason they were fired was because the current GM there, said they weren't using the analytical tools that are already in place. They weren't using the data. They were just going off a feel. And this new pitching coach that they brought in, he's like, yeah, I'm going to use analytics. I'll use data. You guys have that? Yeah, 100%. Let's get that thing going. And like I said, Levesque is very much leaning into that. I love this story because maybe the Angels could legitimately be good if they just used analytics a little bit here, man. Like that's one of my major takeaways is that Levesque is like, hey, bro, if you have the data, I'm going to use the data. And by the way, it's not like he's just a spreadsheet guy. He worked for 20 years as a minor league pitching coach or some title like that for the St. Louis Cardinals organization. That's where Angels GM John Mozeliak originally worked with them. So, man, this is a crazy story, dude. This is a double P. This is an insane story. Like, they just started using analytics and like, oh, okay, actually, we're good. That's nuts. Prior to the firing, the Angels had the 7th worst ERA, and they led the league in walks. This was one of the worst pitching staffs in all of Major League Baseball. John Mozeliak is like, all right, no, cool. Let me go hire this guy that I know. And by the way, I love this too. Tim Levesque was promoted from Double-A Rocket City. Rocket City's mascots are the Trash Pandas.
So good.
It's so good, dude. The Trash Pandas?
I feel like that's kind of the nickname for like the Salve Regina.
Salve. What a callback, dude. Salve Regina. The Salve Regina Trash Pandas. Dude, minor league baseball teams, dude, they have the best names, bro. I mean, come on. Trash
They really
Pandas,
do.
bro? There's like the Mud Hen somewhere. Dude, the minor leaguers, man, like, I love the names. These
So
are great. These are great. Anyways, big ups, dude, to Levesque.
Oh, yeah.
For turning around this staff. And all he had to do was just lean into analytics. I mean, dude, Mike Maddox must be like, are you serious? You know?
I hate technology.
I hate technology. Mike Maddox is definitely that dude who has to call his son or daughter to get, like, logged back into Netflix, you know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Can you reset my password again?
Reset my... Hey, Sonny.
My dad actually just got Netflix back up and moving the other day.
Did he text you?
No,
did you have to do it for him?
Not tonight, but he just not during the show. We did it over the weekend.
No, but I'm saying he had you do it though.
He had me do our MLB TV password reset this
No
weekend
way,
for
dude.
sure. Oh yeah,
No way, bro.
for the 6th time.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not like we save our passwords every time, Dad.
Yeah, every single time.
Okay, let's go to the Phillies real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Phillies yesterday were shut out for 8 innings, head of the 9th down 4-0. They put up 4 runs in the 9th against the Cardinals, and they ended it, or they were completely shut out before this happened with Schwarbaum.
Swing and a fly ball, center field. Going back is Church. Back toward the wall. It is over! Off the batter's eye, onto Ashburn Alley.
Crazy.
Kyle Schwarber has just completed an improbable comeback. A 2-run game-winning home run.
Wow.
The Phillies down 4-zip. They win it 6-4. It's the first walk-off home run in more than 3 years.
That's the craziest part about this.
Dude,
it was
that
the
is
first
crazy.
Phillies walk-off homer for the Phils in 3 years.
Insane.
And if the Phillies win today in Seattle, they would be winners of 10 straight. And earlier in the year, they lost 10 straight. And they would join the Cubs as the only 2 teams in baseball to have a double-digit winning and losing streak this year.
Weird.
And entering this MLB season, only 4 teams have ever made the playoffs with losing streaks and winning streaks of 10 or more games. How about that?
Wow. By the way, breaking news, it doesn't look like Philadelphia's going to win.
No, yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. Zach Wheeler on the mound.
I know.
Zach Wheeler's been dealing. Zach Wheeler has given up 6 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings right now. He's still in the middle. He's still in the bottom of the 3rd, but he's given up 6 earned to Seattle. Seattle? That's weird.
Tonight was the lineup that Seattle was expecting to happen for the entire season when they brought in all those guys. They got some big names in that lineup, and they absolutely stink.
Oh, hey, bro. Cal Raleigh hit a home run today.
Aw.
What the hell? What we got going on over here?
The big dumper's back.
There we go. Anyways, there you go. That's your double play. That's your 6-4-3. We appreciate it. We got to take a quick break here. When we come back, it's more of the James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Go here with you. We welcome you into the Co-Zone. This has become like a funny, like, running gag on this show. And look, here's the thing. Maybe you missed it last week when I was talking to Bill about this. I don't control what we call like liners in this business, right? Like those intros that come into my show or leading out of my show, like I don't control those things. Some hosts have a very heavy hand in what those liners sound like. I am not that guy. I am the guy that wants to trust my teammates. Like, I want to trust that my teammates know what they are doing, and I want to trust that my teammates know, again, how to put together good liners. Like, hey, listen, I'm not the liners guy, okay? Like, I'm the takes guy, okay? If somebody wants to have some takes on my show, listen, I am going to be very heavy-handed with that. Content, heavy-handed. All the other things, no, I ain't got time for that, bro. Okay, I got a mortgage. Okay, I ain't got time to think about no liners. Okay, some hosts are like that though. They're control freaks. Okay, I'm not that guy. I want to trust my teammates. And the weird thing about the Co-Zone, man. I hope the guy who made this is not listening, bro. I'm gonna feel so bad, bro. I'm gonna feel so bad, man. But the guy who made it, like, again, it's not like he consulted with me. And I think generally he's done a really, really good job. But the Co-Zone thing is just so bizarre and weird, you know? It's like we're going to like 1950s Twilight Zone type of stuff. That's the energy and the feel of it, you know? It's like some like 1930s, 1940s feel or something, you know? It's like out of nowhere.
It's a little Disneyland-like.
It's a little Disney-ish.
I feel like I should go get a churro.
Yeah, and then, like, the crazy thing is, and then on the back end, we're going Tupac. You know?
Yeah.
Like, all right. Okay, cool. I don't know where that one came from, but okay. All right. We're good. So I had no say in that, but it got to the point where I don't know why it started, but like early on in the show's inception, it just became like this thing where we were playing it like it felt like 2 or 3 times an hour. And I'm like, dog, that's when I had to put the foot down. I'm like, guys, like once a show, please, just once a show. I'm going to play it. And I want to have respect for the guy who made it. Maybe he feels like, okay, this is what the show is going to sound. Okay, it's cool. I'm down with it. Okay. I want to respect their creative process. Doesn't mean it needs to take over my damn show. Does not mean that we need to play this 5 times a night. Not going to happen. Once a show. That's it. Bill found out about this. And of course, Bill being Bill. If you guys don't know, Bill Reiter absolutely loves to just needle you, man. I mean, he is sitting there just licking his chops. Once he found out that it wasn't my favorite, you know what's going to happen? And I'm not even saying I hate it. I'm just saying it's not my favorite. Once Bill found out that I quote unquote hated it, oh, listen, he's building out a whole segment.
It was over.
Oh, it's over. It's over. He loves doing that to D-Mac too, man. Any little thing that D-Mac doesn't like, he's going in. That's Bill. That's Bill Reiter, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy stuff, man. Okay, dude, I wanted to get into a whole thing. I just don't have the time, bro. I just got that time. I will tease this a little bit. There are fresh Jonathan Kuminga rumors, and I find this to be really, really interesting. Predictive markets like Kalshi and stuff, they've got the Lakers way out ahead. There's only truly 2 teams in contention for the services of Jonathan Kuminga. 1, the LA Lakers, and 2, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we have fresh reports now. Now that Cleveland made their move for Peyton Watson, it has become very clear that either Lakers or Minnesota will be in the running and will be the future home for Jonathan Kuminga. So we will find out. Some fresh reports on the way, though. As a matter of fact, NBA reporter Evan Sidery said, quote, Significant momentum is now building towards Jonathan Kuminga soon finalizing a contract with the Lakers. Again, NBA reporter saying it is going to happen soon. Per Kurt Heelan from NBC Sports, this new development as well. Jaden Hardy and not Jared Vanderbilt could be the centerpiece of a sign and trade with Atlanta if we're talking about the Lakers. I just did some basic research, man. And again, I'm not the salary cap guy, dude. The salary cap's so convoluted now, bro. Like first apron, second apron, bro. Like, dude, that's not for me. The Asian guy's telling you I don't like math. That's a fact. I don't. The Asian guy who does fantasy football is telling you I don't like the math of the salary cap. I don't like it, dude. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Okay. I'm just saying, doing a little basic research. Jake LaRavia, Jaden Hardy, maybe they give, again, a sign and trade has to be for a 3-year deal. Maybe. Maybe it's Dalton Connect and Jaden Hardy for a 3-year 30. I don't know. I'll tell you what, if you move Dalton Connect and Jaden Hardy and get Jonathan Kuminga back, that's an absolute smash pick home run, man. You love it. You love to see it. All right, more on the Jonathan Kuminga rumors. My thoughts on how he might fit with the Lakers. That's coming up next. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yo, what's cracking, everybody? James Go here with you. We start hour number 3. Hour number 3. I love this show. I know what? What is going on here, bro? I love this show because every single day I come in, I have so much fun. I am always shocked by how fast the show goes. Every single time. Every single time. If y'all don't think I love my job, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, you ain't got to listen to the show more than 10 minutes and just know, man, this my guy, James Coe, he just loves this job, which I do. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun talking with you guys, too, man. If you guys want to be part of the conversation, 855-97-LA-FAN. I need to know, where are my Laker fans at? I need to know. Jonathan Kuminga rumors are running rampant right now. Running rampant. And, man, I tell you what, if the Lakers can somehow pull this off, this is a huge get. This is a huge, I mean, just unbelievable value pick for them. And it all centers around the fact that Jonathan Kuminga's agent might be one of the worst agents of all time. His agent is some dude by the name of Aaron Turner of Varus Basketball. Bro, he legitimately might be the worst agent in NBA history.
That's terrible.
I don't know who Dennis Schroeder's agent was, but obviously he's the worst. That just goes down in history as the absolute worst bag drop of all time. But my guy Aaron Turner is trying to figure this out. As a matter, do I need to research this, dude? Who was Dennis Schroeder?
Oh, I got you.
Oh, you're gonna okay. You know what?
Double
P is gonna look this up.
That's Mark
Bartelstein?
Bartelstein of Priority Sports.
Dude, no way.
Yes.
Mark Bartelstein's a super agent. Oh, dude, what? Mark Bartelstein dropped the bag? That never happens. Wow. Wow. That's insane. Really? Anyways, Aaron Turner for Jonathan Kuminga. Actually, see, I don't know, man. Okay. So check this out, dude. I just looked this up. His original agent, Schroeder's original agent, was a guy by the name of Alex Saratsis.
Oh, so maybe it was him at the time?
Yes, at the time. When that all went down, that was Alex Saratsis.
So he said, Alex, sorry, man.
This was so bad. I mean, it's generational wealth that he lost in that exchange. I don't have all the numbers in front of me here.
The life is changing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's...
Oh, yeah. No, but not just his life. I'm talking about his kids and his kids' life.
Exactly.
You know? It's crazy. Anyways, Jonathan Kuminga's agent is quickly following here. Aaron Turner of Varus Basketball. But look, this is a player in Jonathan Kuminga who turned down a 3-year, $75 million deal when he was with the Warriors. Then he ended up signing a 2-year, $48 million deal, which ended up being a 1-year, $24 million deal because that 2-year deal had a team option. What a horrible deal for Jonathan Kuminga. And that was part of the big fight, was that they wanted to get that player option. They wanted to control where they could go. When a player can control where they go, they can, again, work on that landing spot a lot easier. When you have a team option, that's really not, it's just not as relevant because, again, this is exactly what happened in Atlanta. He goes to Atlanta, plays inconsistently. They gave him inconsistent time. The team looks at that and says, yeah, dude, we're not signing that player option. Now he's left twisting in the wind. And he could, because, you know, the bird rights transfer, he could re-sign there. They don't want to re-sign him. They could sign and trade, but if you do the sign and trade, you got to sign a 3-year deal. And he wants to get out there in free agency ASAP. And so a 3-year, $75 million deal ended up turning into a 1-year, $24 million deal. The Lakers then have turned that around and said, we'll offer you a 2-year, $20 million deal if we are to believe the reports. And Kuminga said, man, that's too low. I was going to make $24 million just off of next year alone. Well, guess what? That deal's no longer on the table. It just doesn't exist. Now he might get trapped into a 3-year $30. That's great. If he does a sign and trade, he needs to sign a 3-year deal. That's the only way he comes to LA. That is why he could legitimately sign with Minnesota, but Minnesota is offering him the MLE, the mid-level exception. He would go to Minnesota for $6 million, also that he could enter free agency. The problem with that strategy is that he is at best the third option, there in Minnesota. They've got Ant Edwards. They've got LaMelo Ball now. And while he does feel a need for them, I don't know what the numbers are going to end up looking like. Right? What do the numbers even end up looking like? Now, he's not going to get a ton of boards, not with Rudy Gobert there. I mean, if he ends up being like a 12 rebound dude, then he's going to get paid. I don't think that's in his game. I don't think that he's that guy. I don't think he's that guy. He has, according to the reports, let it be known that he would prefer to be in Los Angeles. And all of the opportunities it presents, he has a much clearer runway and path to playing time, to opportunities. I've seen some people say, hey, listen, he's just not going to get that many scoring opportunities. I would disagree with that. I just, again, profoundly disagree with that statement. I get it. He's going to be the third option on a team with Luka and Austin Reeves, theoretically. But there is a path for him to be the number 2 scorer on this team. Right? Like, it's at least within the realm of possibility where he develops his game and is an awesome high pick and roll guy with Luka. The one thing we know about Luka, man, he needs that P&R. Like, he wants to find that pick and roll. Imagine Luka with that running that pick and roll with a super athletic, power forward in Kuminga. And or when Luka needs a breather, Austin Reeves, Jonathan Kuminga. He fills a huge need for LA. Huge. This would be a big time get for Rob Pelinka. And if he ends up getting Jonathan Kuminga, and all he had to give away was like Jaden Hardy and Dalton Connect or something, and he's locked in Jonathan Kuminga to a very affordable 3-year deal, because that's all that is available and on the table right now is a super affordable 3-year contract. Not only is that a home run, that's a grand slam, man. That is, when you take all of the moves in totality, that is an absolute banger of an offseason. Where it stands currently, and I have been very vocal about this, I think I like the moves in a vacuum. If they made one of those moves, I think I really like it. If they make, but when you take the 2-3 moves and you put them all together, okay, now I hate it. And I've been very vocal about this. Truly, honestly, it really comes down to the Walker Kessler move. The fact that Rob Pelinka hitched his entire wagon, his entire reputation to a guy who played 5 games last year and has season-ending shoulder surgery for 2 consecutive seasons. I shouldn't say surgery, shoulder injuries. Season-ending shoulder injuries. Try saying that 10 times fast. Season-ending shoulder. Whoosh. Woof. Again, just back-to-back years where he has been knocked out due to a bad, bulky shoulder. Rob Pelinka's hitching his wagon to that. And again, I think Utah makes that deal if you send him 1 first-rounder. You sent him 2. That's what makes the deal go from a B to an F, in my opinion. The more I have gotten away from from the date of the deal, the more I hate it. They needed that dry powder, man. They needed something in the holster to make a deal work. And they, again, just gave it away to Walker Kessler and the Utah Jazz. It just, the further you get away from it, less and less it makes sense. Why would you trade 2 first-round draft picks for Walker Kessler of all people? That's insane. Insane. And I think that will be the move that fans and NBA pundits look back on and say, wow, that was such a bad move. That's a crazy bad move. But Jonathan Kuminga can step in here now. Hey, listen, man, if Jonathan Kuminga rolls through, bro, we can't even call him snow time, baby. We can't even go with snow time. Snow time! Snow time, baby!
I was going to say that, though. Definitely was.
You know?
Yep.
We can't have Luka Doncic as Jon Snow fighting north of the wall. He's not going to be that guy, unfortunately.
So I have to delete this from the computer.
Nah, don't delete it, bro.
No?
Nah. Nah, we can't delete. Snow time! Don't you dare delete snow time, dude. Don't you dare. But if Jonathan Kuminga comes into the fold, we really can't call him snow time, man. Like, it's just not, that just can't happen, bro. I'll be very curious to see what that rotation looks like. But again, if you get Kuminga, it allows Sandro Mamukelashvili. You like that? I didn't struggle with that. Sandro Mamukelashvili. Professional broadcaster right here. But Mamu gets to slide into a more natural bench role where his only role is to essentially be a scorer. And by the way, with the addition of Jonathan Kuminga, it allows Mamu to be a flexible 3-4 option. Where without Jonathan Kuminga, Mamu really, truly, honestly has to be a one-dimensional power forward. Where he can hit the glass, he can hit the three, he can put the ball down on the floor, he can dribble, he can get to the rack. But that's it. Like, defensively, he's total liability. But if you're saying, okay, here's Jonathan Kuminga at the 4, here's Walker Kessler at the 5. Okay, well, dude, now we're starting to cook a little bit. Now we're starting to get a little bit of extra athleticism, a little extra length. Some defensive, potentially some defense. I'm saying potentially. I get it, guys. I'm saying potentially. But if J.J. Redick can get this guy involved, if J.J. Redick can convince Jonathan Kuminga, dog, you want a big contract? You want a big contract in L.A. playing with Luka Doncic? If you want the bag, you will play defense. If you play defense, this is a $100 million player. If you play defense, Jonathan Kuminga, you're a $100 million player. It's that simple. Some guys have it, some guys don't. But I mean, just think about OG Anunoby. This guy, I mean, his contract, I mean, come on, man. He has elevated himself multiple levels. And it's because of the defense. 855-97 LA fan. If you want to talk Lakers, give me a call. What do you guys think about Kuminga? I know I'm painting this rosy picture of Jonathan Kuminga, and yet when you go online and you read the internet discourse surrounding Jonathan Kuminga, people get, Golden State Warrior fans especially, they get real pissy about this, man. They ain't feeling it. They're like, everyone makes it seem like JK, Jonathan Kuminga is like the next Moses Malone. He's a bum. He's a bum. And you get as many people, tantalized by the athleticism and the talent as you will haters about his effort levels. And I think that's fair. There's no question. But can I say this too, man? Hey, yo, when you watch the postseason and you watch the Atlanta Hawks, they took the champs, the New York Knicks, to the brink. They absolutely get, as crazy as this sounds, if you go back and look, the Atlanta Hawks actually gave the champion New York Knicks their hardest series of the entire postseason. As crazy as that sounds. Lord knows it wasn't the Spurs. Lord knows we know it was not Cleveland. The Atlanta Hawks. They had the champs on the ropes. How'd they do that? Jonathan Kuminga, man. Jonathan Kuminga was just absolutely ball. I mean, he was making Big Cat. He was making Karl Anthony Towns look like, a side character. It was bad. Jonathan Kuminga was balling. Now, that was the Kuminga experience, though, right? Where in the games that they won, he looked unstoppable. Athletic beast, gets to the rim. He can get to his spot. He could shoot. He played defense. He was rebounding. He was doing it all. It just happened to be, again, it's inconsistent. In their losses, he was nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be. So again, the consistency matters. I think at this point, especially with this free agency period, if that has not been hammered home into Jonathan Kuminga, he has absolutely no chance. Literally, and I know they were talking about that in Golden State, but you kind of gave Kuminga a pass because Steve Kerr is so bad with young players. He is horrific with young players. Doesn't give him a chance. So you gave Kuminga a little bit of a pass. But then when he got to Atlanta, and Atlanta chose not to pick up the team option, a 1-year, $24 million option, which is, in today's NBA, that's nothing. Told you a lot. Told you a lot about his work ethic, told you a lot about his character. It just told you a lot, man. And so if it has not been beaten home into Jonathan Kuminga's head of like, hey, bro, you got to come with the consistent energy level. And dude, I know when you take away all the names and I'm saying all this stuff, bro, like again, if this don't sound like DeAndre Ayton 2.0, dude, listen, I get it. I get it. But he's a younger player. He's naturally a more athletic player. DeAndre Ayton is I think when he's at the top of his game, a really good player, man. But I think, in my humble opinion, bro, I don't think his ceiling is as high as Kuminga's ceiling. And that sounds a little crazy because DeAndre Ayton was a number 1 pick and Kuminga's not that. Look, I get it. I get it. But you don't come to this show, you don't listen to the James Coe show to listen to the same stuff, the same takes, recycled over and over. It's the same, again, groupthink, group mentality. Nah, man. I view the game just a little bit different. Again, my takes are just a little bit different, man. But when I look at Kuminga, I see a guy who has an unlimited ceiling. Truly, honestly. Crazy good athlete. And he has all the tools. He can put the ball on the ground. He can shoot. He can play defense. He can rebound. He's got all the tools. He just doesn't have the effort level. DeAndre Ayton just didn't have, not only did he not have the effort level, he was limited offensively. Very limited offensively. Kuminga is just a different level of athlete and a different level of skill set. I know I'm hyping my guy up, man. One JK to another JK. I get it. I understand. But that's the ceiling I see. And listen, when you're getting a player like that for a cost-controlled 3-year deal, that's a home run. You make that move every single time. Even if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. You make that move every single time. And man, he allows so much flexibility for the Lakers. You're talking about Luka at the 1. I'm using air quotes here. It's really not. I'm just so confused why everyone. Am I the only person? Like, I feel like I am the sane person in the asylum here. Like, he's not the point guard. He's a point forward. Why can we not say that? Are we not allowed to say that? I don't understand. He's a small forward who handles the rock. I'm sorry. Is that not allowed to say? Why must we, again, as a society, why are we all forced to call Luka a point guard? He's not a point guard. This is so dumb. I know I'm not the only person that thinks this too. And yet everyone in the NBA media is like, yeah, point guard Luka. Dog, what? Are you high? What's going on? Are you taking crazy pills? Like, he's not a point guard. This is such a random old man rant. I get it. It's such an old man rant here, but he's not a point guard, dude. But whatever. For depth chart purposes, we'll say point guard Luka. Point guard Luka. All right. I guess. Again, you got Austin Reeves there. Not totally sure who's going to play the 3, but if Kuminga's in there for the 4, and they got Walker Kessler at the 5. That is a unit that could make some noise. That's a unit that I think Jonathan Kuminga ties it all together. And the most important thing is Jonathan Kuminga allows all of these guys to slide into their more natural positions. And he fixes a glaring need for both athleticism and potentially for defense as well at the 4 spot, which is they don't have that right now. Whether it's Jake LaRavia, whether it's Mamu Kelishvili, they don't have that guy right now. They do not have defense. And they don't, by the way, the difference is they don't have defensive upside either. There's no upside defensively with LaRavia and Mamu. That's the problem. And oh, by the way, when Walker Kessler needs a blow, when he needs to get some minutes, Jonathan Kuminga can slide and they could play a little small ball, but still not lose a lot of length and athleticism. Again, the Kuminga addition potentially to the Lakers is, it's monstrous. It's huge. It may not work out, but that's the move you got to make. All right, we step away. When we come back, we got more of the James Go Show. On the back end here, you're listening to the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. excited for the fantasy football draft that is going to start tomorrow morning.
Are you kidding me? I'm pumped up. Wait, how early, though?
This is one of these what we call a slow draft. So every pick is 8 hours. Hopefully people won't take 8 hours or we won't finish the draft before season start. But yeah, no, it's a fun format to do especially for working professionals, mostly because you don't ever have to worry about draft times.
Well, you know what I really don't want to happen, though?
What's that?
Is because, it's great for on air, too. You know, who should I take and all that stuff?
Absolutely.
So if Cody and Fish are on in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if they're on the clock.
Yes.
Now, what we don't want to happen is Cody goes ahead and is on the clock and he goes, who should I take? I'll worry about it later. And then, he takes a couple hours.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. That's why it's 8 hours per pick. I hope you don't take 8 hours. But that's fine. I think, again, I'm not one of these guys who are like, this is what drives me. And again, dude, I'm like a fantasy football guy. Like I've been doing, I've talked about, written about, created content for fantasy football professionally for the better part of more than 10 years. Okay. So I have done this at an extremely high level, but it's like, dude, there is nothing that drives me more insane than when you are in a slow draft like this, where you get to make a pick every 6 hours or every 4 hours or whatever it is, and your phone getting blown up by the guy who is, drafting right behind you, being like, hey, man, make a pick. Hey, man, make a pick. Hey, man, make a pick. Dog, it's a 4-hour clock. Shut the hell up. Take a sandwich and enjoy your life. Go touch grass. Don't text me. Don't phone bomb me and tell me to hurry up and make a pick. Chill. There is no worse person in fantasy football than that guy. Hurry up and make a pick. Hurry up and make a pick. Dog, it's an 8-hour slow pick draft. The hell's wrong with you? Insane.
I did give myself a little draft preview last night. I drafted for my girlfriend on behalf of her.
Yes.
And it was a college football draft on Yahoo.
Oh, dude, that's a weird one.
Really odd.
Hey, bro, I need to put you in touch with my guy, Eric Froton.
There you go.
Eric Froton does college football fantasy analysis for the great Yahoo Sports as well.
Oh, well, that would be great because, last night I'm sitting there like, let's go ahead and take Bear Bachmeier. Oh, my goodness.
Who is Bear Bachmeier?
Yeah, exactly. But no, he quarterback over at BYU.
Okay.
I feel like he's going to be a good fantasy guy because he runs a lot and he gets in the end zone a little bit.
Yeah,
so
gotta get a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta do it. Okay, I tell you what, we were talking about Jonathan Kuminga in the last segment, but let's go ahead and do the full court press.
It's time for the full court press.
Hell yeah, here we go. Top NBA headlines. Double P, hit us.
All right, the Timberwolves are expected to move to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 2028-2029 NBA season. This shift will happen when the NBA adds expansion teams in Seattle and Vegas, forcing the league to move Minnesota to the East to keep a clean balance of 16 teams in each conference.
I cannot tell you how much I love this. The East has been, and I know they just won the NBA Finals, but from a depth perspective, it's a joke. And the East has been like this for, decades. Decades. It has been like this. There's a few years on and off where, and I think about like when Boston had KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, and Detroit was still good, and Cleveland had LeBron, where, there's like 4 or 5 teams that were really good in the East. But those days, man, and again, those seasons are few and far between. Usually it's just one team. Usually it's just one or two teams at most. And yeah, it's just old. It gets old, you know. Actually, in that era I was talking about with KG and the Big Three in Boston, then Detroit was still, you know, in a championship window. LeBron was coming up through the East for Cleveland. Orlando still had Dwight Howard and the guys. They actually made a finals run in that period too. So no, this was the Eastern Conference during that little stretch. There was a little, maybe a 3-4 year window where the East was pretty deep. Just hasn't been like that. I would love for Ant Edwards to go to the East. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Ant Edwards in the East, that's a finals contender each and every year.
Oh, yeah.
Each and every year. I love that. And I'm hoping that Minnesota keeps it very competitive and keeps Ant Edwards in a championship window. He's one of my favorite players. And I feel it's like, golly, man, he is like KG all over again, where he is a supremely talented player. Everyone in the NBA knows it. Ant Edwards is a top 5 player in the NBA, period. I don't care. Argue with your moms if you think there's 5 better players than Ant Edwards. There aren't. There are not 5 players better than Ant Edwards, period. My dude, Ant Edwards, straight up, this is a hot take, straight up better than SGA. If you switched Ant Edwards and SGA, who's winning more games? Like, SGA in Minnesota does nothing. Ant Edwards in Oklahoma City, with all that depth, and Mark Daigneault as their head coach, they're winning multiple championships, dude. Straight up, Ant Edwards is a better player, straight up, than SGA. Straight up.
Last season, I know, like, if the Timberwolves were in the Eastern Conference last year, their schedule would look different, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you just go off of wins and losses, Minnesota last year was 49-33. They would have been a 5 seed in the East if they were in there last year.
Yeah, you swap out a lot of those West teams with those East teams, dude, and like, it's not 45 wins. Now we're talking 55.
Exactly.
Now we're talking 55 wins.
And now you're talking 2 seed.
Now we're talking 2 seed.
Yep.
And them and New York are the best teams in the East, period. Like, it's insane. So, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it. We're still a couple years away. So, anyways, I think that it'll be a lot of fun, though, for sure.
Well, Wemby versus Jokic last night.
Wait, really?
Yeah, exactly. Not many people even knew about this.
No.
In a Serbia-France friendly game for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Wemby, 18 points. Jokic had 34, 18, and 5.
What the hell?
I need to start watching these games.
Wait. I am legitimately shocked that Jokic played for his Serbia national in a friendly, in a game that doesn't matter.
Had 34 points.
In a game that doesn't matter. And like a guy who is notoriously fickle about playing basketball, or at least like staying in shape. I shouldn't say playing basketball because he's, you know, again, he's not doing the whole Kawhi Leonard, you know, load management thing. That's not really him. But yeah, I'm surprised that he did that. I'll tell you what, after the show, man, I'm gonna have to look up the highlights from this game, dude.
Oh, they're good.
That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun, dude.
Oh yeah, and they were going at it a little bit, nothing crazy.
Okay.
But Wemby was guarding Jokic a little bit. So
dude, that's pretty fun, man.
I looked up where you can watch these games. It says you can watch the FIBA through Courtside 1891.
The hell is Courtside 1891?
I think that's why I'm not watching on
Courtside?
DAZN. What's DAZN?
DAZN.
Is that what? Oh, that's DAZN?
Yeah, that's the streaming platform, DAZN.
Oh, so you can get it on DAZN. What's Courtside 1891
Dude,
though?
I don't have a clue, bro. That sounds like a right wing, like, you know, conspiracy site.
So Courtside 1891 is on DAZN. That's
dude,
ridiculous.
Courtside 1891 absolutely sounds like an Alex Jones side project, bro. Like that sounds like some kind of misinformation site, dude. Like, bro, what is that about? That's some weird stuff right there, bro. Like, has anyone thought about, hey, change that name up a little bit? Anyways.
All right, well, CC22, Caitlin Clark, was absolutely ridiculous last night. She put up 37 points and a career high 8 threes, She also made a 35-foot step back. That was pretty darn impressive. 8 for 12 from the three.
That's impressive. And I've said this before on this show. She's the face of the WNBA. I don't know why we keep arguing this. I don't follow the W. There's like 5 players I know. She's one of them, and she's by far the most popular. Now, people get this mixed up. People think that you have to be the best player in the NBA to be the face of of the league. That's just not the case. There was a time when Allen Iverson was one of the faces of the NBA. Dude, he's not... Again, when you take them all just straight up basketball, Allen Iverson is not a top 20 player in the NBA. Oh, it's just so bizarre. Like, why when it comes to Caitlin Clark, is she held to a completely different standard? Like, people get this twisted so much. Like, she's not the best player. No one says she's the best player, dog. She's the face of the WNBA, though. Those are two totally different things.
Yep.
Two completely, and I just don't understand. That same person will be like, oh yeah, Allen Iverson was one of the faces of the NBA. It's like, okay, well, dude, are you trying to say that Allen Iverson was one of the... Like, what are we doing out here? I don't get it. I really, truly, honestly don't get it. And somebody could say, well, Allen Iverson, MVP. Okay, cool. But, I mean, when all is said and done, it's just, he was a really good player and a great player and a fun player. And again, one of the faces of the league. He just, from a basketball standpoint, was not one of the best players. I don't think he ever... I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Like, I love Allen Iverson, and like he was a movement. He was a cultural phenomenon. Was Allen Iverson? I have never had a sports poster up in my room ever. The only sports poster I ever had was my local Berkeley Foot Locker brought back those Allen Iverson Reeboks. And they had a promotional poster that went along with it. This was like mini fro Allen Iverson with no tattoos. And they were going to get rid of the poster. And I was like, wait, you guys are getting rid of that? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, can I just take it? And they're like, technically no, but no one's going... If we put it out back and it's gone, no one's going to stop you. It was literally the only poster I've ever had, a sports poster in my life, because he was a cultural phenomenon. Not because he was the best basketball player on planet Earth, but because he was a cultural phenomenon. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, I do not understand why people are so resistant to say she is the face of the WNBA. Both things can be true. She's not the best player. That much is for sure. I'm not stupid. I get it. But she's a great dude. She is a great player, though. She is legitimately a great WNBA player. Anyone who says she's like the 12th best guard is so full of crap. I mean, again, I don't follow the WNBA that closely, but just even based off of the numbers, like, what are you talking about? She's a top 5 guard. She's one of the best players in the W, period. I don't know. I really am so confused why people argue this. And I really don't understand why I get why she gets some of the hate, man. Like, some of the flopping needs to stop. Okay. That part is fair. But she is definitely unduly criticized for sure. And the league does a horrible job of promoting her.
Agreed.
It's so bad. So there you go.
And there's the full court press right there.
Okay, I like it.
Wrap it up with CC22.
There it is. I like that a lot.
At least we give her the respect she deserves on this show.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. You don't have to be the best to be the face. Book it. Dude, actually, in modern times, bro, like, how about Steph Curry? Steph Curry when the Warriors were, just dominating, he was the face of the NBA. He was the face of the NBA. Like, the guy. He was not the best player. He was not better than LeBron. Period. He was not better than LeBron. And I know in LA, I know that's an unpopular opinion, but if you take your hater glasses off for just 1 second, at no point was Steph Curry better than LeBron, period. Ever. He was a better offensive player. I will give you that. But as an overall two-way basketball player, no, he was not a better player. If you think that Steph was a better basketball player at any point during their careers, you're a hater. You're just a LeBron hater, and that's fine. Or you're a Steph fanboy, or you don't know ball. It's one of those three things. You either don't know ball, you're a Steph lover, or you're a LeBron hater. Those are the only three.
And this is coming from a huge Warrior fan.
Who, me? Oh, God, no. Oh, that's right. Somebody in the chat thought I was a Warriors fan. Like,
diehard.
Yeah, diehard Warriors fan. This is coming. Like, LA could have hired anybody. That's what somebody said in the chat. LA could have hired, this station could have hired anyone from LA, and instead they picked a lifelong Warriors fan. I'm like, dog, what the hell, bro? I've lived in LA my whole life. What? 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 People just make up stuff. It's like so funny. People just make stuff up. Like, who do you think I am? I would love to know that answer. What random Asian person do you think I am? Because that's really what's going down. They hired a lifelong Warriors fan. Dog, what Asian person do you think I am? Because it's not James Coe. It's not. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, I don't get it. All right, anyways, we step away. When we come back, it's more of the James Coe Show. Right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. 855-97-LA-FAN, 855-97-LA-FAN. There is a small but mighty group of loyal listeners and viewers that follow us on YouTube. I want to shout them out, man. No Tan Lines Rob, back in the mix. Again, he's stoked that the James Coe Show is back in prime time. I appreciate him for sure. Sorry, my man. You cannot join this fantasy league that is going to be partaking starting tomorrow morning. It is the Fan LA. It is the Fan LA Fantasy League. It is the on-air talent. So it'll be myself. It'll be Bill, Reiter, D-Mac, Alex Curry. It will be the morning guys. Who am I thinking here?
Oh, Brock Vereen.
Oh, Brock Vereen will be in there. Derek Fisher and Cody Decker. Okay, so it's the on-air guys plus all of the producers.
Yeah, even I snuck in there.
Yeah, man. Double P's in there. Bursch is in there. Raj is in there. Who's the dude? Is it Crash?
Crash?
Is he the producer?
Oh no, Crash. No, Raj producer.
No, I'm saying in the Alex and Brock show.
Oh, Shay.
Oh,
my guy Shay. Come on, of course.
My bad. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. Shay, my bad. Shay's a good guy. Shay's a really good guy.
He's the best.
So no, I'm sorry. You can't. Oh, and it has our boss.
Of course.
Boss man Andrew. B.A. Baracus, boss man Andrew.
We got to give him first pick, right?
I'm giving him the last pick. Nah, man, I don't know. It all randomizes. I'm actually having a text conversation with Raj right now saying, like, is there a way to set the draft order, bro? I don't know, dude.
I just entered the draft room 9 hours early just to make sure I don't miss anything.
And does it tell you what the draft order is?
I don't see it yet.
Yeah, because I think it just randomizes at the very start. I think that's how it works. So I don't know. We'll see. Draft starts at bright and early, 6 a.m. Slow draft, though. You get 8 hours per pick, so it's good. Dude, I don't know. Did you guys see this thing from Ole Miss? This is a great story. There's two great stories coming out of Ole Miss and related LSU right now. The Ole Miss program asked the FBI, the actual government, to come through Ole Miss locker rooms and offices to determine whether or not Lane Kiffin had bugged the team's offices.
Oh, no.
That is absolutely insane. Jumping onto a podcast with a very questionable name. It's called The Assorted Crackers. I want to make a joke so badly, but I will not. Walker...
Hey, yo, what the...
I am fighting for my life over here, bro. I'm fighting for my life, dude.
I'm having Ritz crackers right now.
Yeah. Okay. Walker Jones, who is an executive director for Ole Miss's NIL program, he went onto this podcast called Assorted Crackers. And he said, quote, "We actually had the FBI come through and walk through the building for bugs. We knew kind of what was in Baton Rouge, and we knew how they operated," as in Lane Kiffin and the guys. Remember, Lane Kiffin took this LSU job while at Ole Miss and while Ole Miss was in the middle of a national championship run. Meanwhile, throwing more grenades and more gas onto the fire, earlier this summer, Lane Kiffin, told Vanity Fair, quote, "Baton Rouge is a more appealing destination for the families of players because it has no segregation." Golly! Throwing them haymakers, dude. In this article, Kiffin recalled being told by players, quote, "Hey, coach, we really like you, but my grandparents aren't letting me move to Oxford, Mississippi." That doesn't come up when you say Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Parents were sitting here this weekend saying the campus's diversity feels so great. It feels like there's no segregation. And we want that for our kid because that's the real world. Holy moly, sir. Lane Kiffin, just absolute throwing bombs, like just grenades from far away. My guy wasn't complaining about this when he was the coach at Ole Miss, bro. He didn't say a single word. Now that he's at LSU, making all that money, man, throwing them grenades and possibly bugging offices as well. That's crazy, bro. More on this story after the break. You're listening to The James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Just because Lane Kiffin, former USC head coach Lane Kiffin, he is one of the most hated figures in all of college football. I'm not saying he seems like a skis ball, but I'm not saying it. You know? The one thing about Lane is that it's all about Lane. And I'll tell you, man, People hate Lane so much, but I will say he's a hell of a recruiter. And offensively, I think he has learned a lot since his USC days where it was just bubble screen after bubble screen after bubble screen. And you're like, dude, what is going on? You've got NFL players on offense and you're throwing bubble screens 50 times a game, dog. Like, come on, figure this out. So, no, I think he has advanced his offensive schematics quite a bit. As a matter of fact, dude, if you watch Ole Miss last year, DeJohn's dribbling and all those guys, man, like they were running, man. That was good. That was good offense. I liked what I saw. Trinidad Chambliss was straight up, I mean, during that postseason run, straight up baller. Chambliss going to DeJohn's dribbling. Oh, wait. Good night. That's good football. That's good football. What are they going to do at LSU under Lane Kiffin? I'm not sure, but I tell you what, Lane and LSU taking on Ole Miss. Oh, my goodness gracious. It is going to be straight up fire. It's going to be gas. Because you're talking about the executive director of Ole Miss's NIL program sweeping the building for bugs that Lane Kiffin may have left behind. By the way, the only way and the only reason that you would do this is because you knew Lane Kiffin and or former LSU coaches have done this. That's the only reason why you would do this. Because, and by the way, I'm calling cap right now. I'm calling BS on the story, dude. Not saying that they didn't sweep for bugs. I think they did do that. Bro, the Federal Bureau of Investigation is not going to the campus of Ole Miss and sweeping the building for Lane Kiffin bugs. Stop it. Like, this is classic college football. This is classic, like, we're so much more important. This is the hubris of college football campuses, where guys like this dude, who is the executive director, Walker Jones, the executive director of Ole Miss's exclusive NIL program, where they feel like they're more important than society. I mean, that's truly what, like, dude, I'm calling BS, man. There ain't no way, although I guess in today's FBI landscape, they'll do anything. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Damn, I talked myself off that ledge real quick, dude. I was like, there is no way. Actually, there is a way. There's no way. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, though, when I think about who's in charge, yeah, maybe actually. No, but really, though, I mean, come on, man. Like, what's the realistic percentage chance that the FBI, the actual FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, actually came through to Oxford, Mississippi, and swept the entire building for bugs? What is that really? Like a less than 1% chance, right? They might have hired out a former FBI agent to lead the sweep. That I believe. But I'm calling cap. The young kids call this cap. Actually, I don't think the young kids call it cap. I don't know what the young kids call it now.
No, they do. They do.
Oh, they still call it cap?
I think so.
Okay. I want to know what them Gen Alpha kids are calling it. Not you old busted Gen Zers. Y'all getting old.
I was just gonna say I'm getting a little old though.
Yeah, bro. Nah, listen, man. I mean, again, I'm calling cap, dude. I just think this is a gross exaggeration, and this is so SEC. This is so, college football, where they just think they're so much more important than they are in real life. Have you, dude? I am telling you, as somebody who has covered college football, as somebody who has had to go to various college campuses, cover sports, the obnoxiousness of the PR teams at schools it's just gross. I mean, they treat their job like they're protecting state secrets. It's the absolute stone cold worst. I mean, there are so many, and I'm sure there must be some good sports information departments. at some different campuses. But I'm telling you, when you go to a powerhouse school and you try to contact and talk to their SIDs, man, they're the worst. They feel like they are high-level government employees protecting state secrets. It is just the worst. And the funny thing is, when you go to like a small school and talk to those SID, they're the best. Dude, they will give you a hand-guided tour. They will be like, hey, man, you want to check out this spot? You want to talk to this coach? You want to talk to this? Hey, who do you want to talk to? They're the best. But when you go to a big school, man, like a real powerhouse, and oh, by the way, if a powerhouse is having a few down years and they stink, oh, dude, listen, all of a sudden they're your best friend, dude. All of a sudden they're like, hey, man, you going to come cover us? You going to come? Dude, if they're on top of the world, though, national, like contending for the Natty, who is this? Oh, no. Oh, no, you can't talk to that player. Oh, no, you can't talk to that player. They'll send you like the backup kicker. You know? It's crazy. It's great. I feel so strongly about this. I know this is like way inside baseball, but I just want to take you into the world of sports journalism for a second, dude. I am telling you, when you talk to PR people from high-level universities, like football, like real like football, basketball schools, it is an absolute chore to try and get somebody to talk to. They work really well with the ESPNs of the world and the Fox Sportses of the world. Anyone else, though? Nope. Stiff arm, baby. I mean, they are just... it's a Derrick Henry stiff arm into the dirt. That's how they treat you. They treat you like less than dirt. It's so bad. Heaven forbid you try to go into... heaven forbid you try to talk to a kid without an SID present too, man. Like, oh my gosh. It's almost like you stole state secrets, bro. It's insane. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm just calling cap right here. There's no way that the actual real government FBI went to Ole Miss and was like, yeah, let's sweep this area for bugs. And by the way, why are you even asking for a bug sweep? You know why? Because Lane Kiffin either did that or other Ole Miss coaches have done that previously. That's the only reason you would do that. That's the only reason. Why would that even... Why would you even think that happens, dude? Like, talk about things that I've never thought about. How do I bug an office? Dude, what? Where do you think this is, dude? It's the campus of Ole Miss. It's Oxford, Mississippi, dude. Where do you think this is? What do you think? You're treating it as if some prime minister is coming down. Like some high-level ambassador is going to spill state secrets if you could just bug them properly. What the hell? It's bizarre. That's crazy. And again, the only reason you would think that is because you have firsthand knowledge that it has happened before, which also is insane and crazy. I don't know. By the way, again, Lane Kiffin, this rivalry, dude, is going to be crazy. Lane Kiffin throwing hand grenades from doing a Vanity Fair article. I mean, just straight up talking about segregation at Ole Miss. Bro, what? I mean, just calling out their campus's diversity. That's crazy. That's out of nowhere. No one asked about that. He's just like, yeah. Now let me tell you. I don't even know how it went, but how does that conversation go? There ain't no way a Vanity Fair reporter is asking about diversity at Oxford. Who's thinking of that question? There ain't no way. This is like a puff piece on Lane Kiffin, dude. This guy came out of left field and was like, oh, this is so great to go to Baton Rouge. Because let me tell you something, diversity at Oxford stinks, which, by the way, I'm sure it does. That is the one thing about watching SEC football that I get very, very uncomfortable with. There are certain schools, and I think Oxford is one of them, where Ole Miss, and dude, let me apologize in advance to Ole Miss fans. Not really, because it is uncomfortable, man. When you watch an Ole Miss game, the lack of diversity in the student section is pretty weird, dude. You know? It's pretty weird. Let's be real. I mean, it's not like that. First of all, I'll say that it is absolutely not really. I just don't think it's like that on any like West Coast team. It's just not that way, dude. There's a great diversity on the West Coast, man. Like, well, when you talk about like you go to like you watch an Ole Miss game, all of a sudden it's like, wait, hold up, dude. What? Why is everyone over here looking like they play lacrosse? Like, what's going on? Like, what? Everyone here looks like, you know, again, like lacrosse players. Like, what's going on here? I don't understand. You know? It's weird. It's strange.
To make Ole Miss fans feel a little better, TCU not much better.
Yeah. TCU is one of those places that's a little strange.
Yeah.
A&M too.
Oh, yeah.
A&M's, yeah.
And they call themselves College Station.
I'm just saying the diversity is a little strange in these some of these southern schools, man. Like, I don't know. I don't have the numbers in front of me, bro. I'm just saying. Diversity does look a little strange, man. It makes me a little uncomfortable, just a little bit, you know. But the fact that Lane's like talking about like diversity and like, you know, all this stuff, man, like that's crazy, dude. You know? I looked this up. In 1997, Ole Miss fans were encouraged by the school to stop waving Confederate flags. That was as recently as 1997. Oh boy. Okay. That being said, in 2003, Ole Miss then removed Colonel Rebel as its on-field mascot due to its perceived ties to the Confederacy. Still, the Rebels, again, they're still called the Rebels. Keep in mind, they're called the Rebels, the Ole Miss Rebels. But for some reason, their current mascot is Tony the Land Shark. Tony the Land Shark.
Who the is that guy?
Their mascot is so dumb and so nonsensical, they actually stopped having on-field mascots entirely starting in 2021. So for the past 5 years, they don't have an on-field mascot. They haven't said that Tony the Land Shark is gone, but he's gone. That's how stupid and bad Tony the Land Shark was as a Rebels mascot. That is pretty bad. But yeah, man, they decided, look, they moved on from Kiffin. They bring in Pete Golden, promoting from within, and it's weird. The other weird thing about Lane Kiffin right now is that he is recruiting to the high heavens these former NFL guys like Daquan Wright, tight end. I think he was I think he played for Denver, or he was on Denver's, you know, he was drafted by Denver. And he gets cut, but he asked Denver to cut him so he can go back to school, get that NIL money. And he's going to get NIL money from LSU. LSU is hard. Like, they've got 3 guys that were on NFL, that were drafted or picked up on the NFL training camp. 3 dudes, at least 3 guys that I know of. Former NFL guys going back to school to go play at LSU. This is wild. It's the Wild West, man.
Do you remember the Charles Bediako stuff last season in college basketball from the guy who played in the G League for a little bit, then went to Alabama, and played for a little bit for them, and it was in their rotation. But football's just so different with, you know, college to NFL. Basketball, it's not. By the way, Bediako, not very good either. He didn't help them much.
No.
But bringing a huge, gigantic football guy who graduated, and now he's going to go play, you know, some freshmen out there, it's almost dangerous.
It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is a little ridiculous. We're talking about like 23, 24-year-olds playing against a bunch of 17-year-olds and being like, yeah, see, I'm dominating. It's like, by the way, this is why the like draft analysis centers around the ages. Right? Like, oh, at his age 19 season, he did this versus his age 23 season. It's just different. Like, if you're 22 years old dominating a bunch of 17-year-olds, it's not as impressive as when you're 19 and doing the exact same thing, right? So it is, a lot of draft analysis is age-related and age-focused. Like, what year did you break out? Did you break out in your 5th year? If you broke out in your 5th year, you're getting knocked down a few pegs. Right. So it is a lot of it's age adjusted, man. But to your point, Double P, man, like it is bizarre thinking about some 24-year-old who was on an NFL roster going back and playing collegiate ball. There's just no rules, man. There's no rules now. It's just so bizarre. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Disney is doing an NFL crossover where they're lending some of their characters to NFL teams and coming up with co-branded merchandise, okay? Some were really good. Some were awesome. The best one, in my opinion, there's two that were at the top, 1A, 1B. One is the Titans got Thanos, because Thanos' nickname is the Mad Titan, right? So Titans got Thanos. That was really good. The Falcons, they got the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. So that's their logo mascot combo. So the Falcons got the Millennium Falcon. Those two, top of the food chain, 1A, 1B. Also worth honorable mention here, Commanders got Ham from Toy Story. It's a nod to the Hogs from the old school Washington days, which I thought was really good. Honorable mention, Browns got Pluto, the dog. It's a nod to the dog pound, right? And the Dolphins had Little Mermaid's King Triton, which actually, when you look at the design of it, looks really cool. So honorable mention to those, but the top two, certainly Titans with the Mad Titan Thanos and the Falcons with the Millennium Falcon. Okay. Cowboys got Woody from Toy Story, but then, because no one cares about the Houston Texans, they somehow got Jesse. That's it. Bro, that seems a little messed up, bro. Like, hey man, like why not give them who's the random, cowboy dude from Bugs Bunny?
Oh,
is it Pistol Pete or what's that dude's name?
Hold on.
You look that up. All right, you look that up. You look that up for me. But like, why? That was just like a straight lazy move. Like, the Cowboys get Woody. Okay, I get it. But then you're telling me the Houston Texans are Jesse? Like, I mean, that seems very like, nothing against Jesse. Jesse's a great character, but he not even in the realm of the same stratosphere of Woody. It's like completely different. When we're talking about tiers, totally different tier is Jesse. And Jesse's a great character. I'm just saying, she's a B tier, like, Disney character. Woody is S tier. Like, you can't even compare these things. Like, give me the cowboy guy from Bugs Bunny. Throw him in there. I forgot what his name is. We got Double P researching this right now.
The cowboy character who is Bugs Bunny's main Western rival.
Yeah?
Is Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. Give me Yosemite. Dude, Yosemite Sam as a Houston Texan would be awesome. Like, that's good.
That would be good.
That would be good. But no, they got Jesse. Horrible.
That's terrible. Did anybody get Buzz Lightyear?
Okay, so, all right. So here's the thing. They did get Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear went to the New York Jets, I believe. Which, again, I don't really understand that pairing at all. That one kind of sort of doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really make sense.
Because the Jets are going to take off this year.
No, they're not. They're going to be so bad, dude.
Oh.
The Jets are going to be horrible. They're going to be so bad. Which is sad because they actually have an interesting offense. The Jets' offense, people don't want to hear this. People don't want to admit this, but they actually do have a really interesting offense. Breece Hall is a top-of-the-line stud at running back. Garrett Wilson is, again, just an absolute beast route runner. One of the top route runners in the NFL. Just people don't know about it because he plays for the Jets. Adonai Mitchell is a really good complementary number 2 wide receiver. They've got a couple of really nice young tight ends, too. Mason Taylor is a good player. And It's just the quarter. Like, they cannot figure out quarterback, man. Like, Geno Smith looked like he was on his last legs last year, and then they're like, all right, yeah, give me that guy. And then on top of that, they make an OC change. They go from Taylor Engstrand to who's a young, coordinator, up and coming. I thought the offense structure-wise looked good last year. Obviously, quarterback play was near the bottom of the league. But the structure, the play design, all that kind of, I thought that was good. Then they go to friggin' Frank Reich as their OC. This guy has not been good in 10 years. Frank Reich has not been good offensively in 10 years, and the Jets are like, all right, let's bring in this guy. Unbelievable. On Aaron Glenn, and I feel bad I wish Aaron Glenn just had someone who was an actual advisor to Aaron Glenn. The moves that he is making are just, why would you bring in Frank Reich? Stick with Taylor Engstrand, develop this young guy. Frank Reich has no future. He has no ceiling. There's absolutely no chance this offense is good. Frank Reich is running an offense from the early 2000s. The game has passed him by 20 years ago, dude. Offensive coordinator for the Jets. Okay. And what's going to happen? Aaron Glenn is going to get fired after this year because they're going to be horrible. They're going to be absolutely terrible. So what are they going to do? They're going to have a high draft pick again, right? They're going to draft a quarterback in a deep quarterback class, and they're going to be like, hey, you know what, Aaron Glenn and Frank Reich, we're not letting those guys touch this quarterback. Are you crazy? Fire them, bring in new guys. And the cycle repeats itself for the Jets.
Yeah, they'll probably take the wrong guy.
Yeah, they'll definitely take the wrong guy. For sure. Either they'll take the wrong guy. Whatever happens, they're going to pair the quarterback to the wrong coach. I just want people to understand this. It's so much about the coach-quarterback pairing. Like, it has to make sense. I talked about Kevin Stefanski and Deshaun Watson. That's oil and water, dude. Like, it's oil and water. By the way, I wish somebody get me in contact with Stefanski. I love Stefanski. I think he's a really good coach. I wish dude, why did you go to Atlanta with Michael Penix? Are you insane? You just did this with Deshaun. Michael Penix is a straight up shotgun quarterback, and you're running an under center system. Why the hell did you go to, oh my gosh. Drives me crazy. Drives me absolutely crazy. Dude, we're running up against it, man. Look, LA got the raw end of the deal. Both the Chargers and the Rams, they got absolutely screwed by Disney. I'm going to explain the absolute nonsense that Disney decided to give the Chargers and the Rams coming up. Talk about some truly what was Disney thinking moments. You will not believe the absolute madness of Disney to give the mascot that they gave to the Kansas City Chiefs is insane. Absolutely, hysterically insane. I will share that after the break. You're listening to The James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports.
The games are happening.
Freeman is a home run. Struck him out. The 6 punch out for Sheen.
The Dodgers, just like that, have a man in scoring position.
Stories are moving.
The Dodgers turn it and win it.
The conversation is about to pop off. This is the James Koh Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports.
Hey everybody, what's going on? James Koh here with you. Fast approaching 10 o'clock hour. Enjoying being back on the James Koh Show. 855-97-LA fan. If there's some Dodger topic you want to get into, some Lakers topic that you want to get into, man. We're enjoying ourselves here tonight. It's fun. It's been fun. I wanted to, again, I talked about how Disney had a crossover event with the NFL. They lended some of their characters to NFL teams. The Titans got Thanos, the Mad Titan himself. The Falcons got the Millennium Falcon. Great pairing. I mean, the thing with Disney is you can reach across Star Wars. You can reach across the Marvel Universe. You can reach across, all of your Disney characters. I mean, it's just, there's a crazy amount of, there's Pixar. It's unlimited. You could do you could go any direction you want. Cowboys got Woody from Toy Story. Houston Texans got Jesse. That is so. Hey, and listen, I get it. The Texans are, you don't have to make it so obvious that they're an also-ran. Come on, dude. What are we doing here? Like every single time the Texans have made the postseason, you have never seen them on a Sunday. Opening weekend, wild card weekend, if they make the wild card, they're on a Saturday. Like, you don't have to treat them as an also-ran at every opportunity. Every opportunity, you're like, all right, what is the worst possible game we could give Thursday Night Football? All right, it's the Texans. Let's do it. I mean, come on, dude. And they're like, yeah. Who cares about the Texans? Just give them Jesse. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? And by the way, like, Jesse's a solid character, but that's like B-tier character, though. Let's be real, right? Like, Jesse's not an S-tier character. Woody if we're going like character rankings, Woody's an S-tier guy. Double P, am I wrong? Woody's an S-tier.
Oh yeah.
Millennium Falcon, S-tier. Thanos, S-tier.
Without question.
Jesse? That's a tough look, bro. That's a tough look.
But that's why I mentioned Buzz. I think Buzz is up there.
Yeah, dude, Buzz is absolutely an S-tier character. They gave him the Jets.
I know, I gave him the Jets.
Wow.
I'd rather have Buzz play quarterback for the Jets.
Correct.
Than Geno Smith.
Yes. Dude, I will tell you ones that make absolutely no sense whatsoever. The Cardinals got Jafar from Aladdin. They gave the Cardinals the bad guy from Aladdin. Why? Yeah. I mean, why? I'm so confused. Like, the one thing about Thanos is that he had a really deep, rich backstory, right? And again, his nickname is the Mad Titan. Okay, so like it fits. Like, why Jafar? Like, again, Cardinals are an also-ran, franchise, but do we have to treat them so obviously like we don't care about the Cardinals? What? Why Jafar from Aladdin, bro? Like, what is the connection? I am so confused. Like, what is it? Because like, Arizona is in the desert. Let's think about some desert theme. Okay, we're going to give them Jafar? I mean, dog, you couldn't even give him Aladdin? Like, they had to be Jafar. Why? Like, I must be tripping. Like, I don't remember there even being like a red color scheme related to Jafar. Dude, it's so bad. That makes absolutely no sense. Okay, we're moving on. The two LA teams also got nonsensical ones. Like, the Rams got Sully from Monsters, Inc. Why? Because Sully has two horns? What is the connection? What is you have the entire, like, Disney universe. What is the connective tissue between Sully from Monsters, Inc. to the Rams? What? Is it 'cause he's blue with horns on? Like, is that it? That's pretty bad, bro. That's pretty bad. Dude, the Chargers probably got, and again, this really tells you where the NFL is at with their hierarchy of NFL teams. Because the Chargers, who have a lightning bolt, electricity, there's like so many, like there's a lot of different ways we could have gone with this. The Chargers got the Pegasus from Hercules. Dog. The Chargers are so ill-regarded by the NFL, they didn't even get a main character. They got the horse that the main character rides on. Pegasus. Charger fans. Bro. The Chargers didn't even get a character, dude. They got a character that the main character rides on, Pegasus. That is so disrespectful. I mean, come on, man. Like, the Chargers got the lightning bolt. If we're going Hercules, why not give them Zeus? The god of thunder and lightning, Zeus. Why not give them that? Like Zeus holding a Chargers thunderbolt? That's kind of gas, actually. Or how about this? How about you give him Lightning McQueen? Lightning McQueen's got that thunderbolt thing on the side, bro. Like, again, that could be like, you know? And as a matter of fact, Lightning McQueen actually goes blue, right? Like, he goes blue at the end of the movie. He goes Dynaco blue, right? I've watched this. I've watched Cars many times.
All three of them?
All three of them.
What's your favorite one?
My son is obsessed. He loves it. I would say number 1 was my favorite.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a good one. Number 3 had its moments, but I hate the fact that, like, why did he give up at the end? Like, why did he, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just destroys the whole thing. Like, dude, you're going through this crazy training program. Come for the sports take. Stay for the Cars analysis. But Lightning McQueen goes through this crazy, training program, man. Like, the whole movie is about him, like, trying to beat, like, technology with, like, old school tactics, right? All of it, like, he's, like, going through, like, the mud circuit and, like, he's getting back with old trainers. He's getting this old school, straight up old school racing. Like, it had a very Rocky IV feel, right? Like, if you guys know Rocky IV, Rocky's out there. He's training in the woods. He's, like, lifting logs and boulders. And Drago is out there in, like, Russian high-tech training gear. It's old school versus new school. It had that Rocky IV feel. It was great. Dude, that was great. Like, it was really good. Rocky IV, I'm feeling it. Okay, we're good. We got the montage going. It's good. We're feeling it. We get to the race, and after a few laps, Lightning McQueen's like, you know what? I give up. Dog. What? Are you kidding me, dude? Like, what is happening? It's like, I'm not even, like, okay, like I said, I'm not even mad that who was the character that ended up finishing the race for him? Whatever the trainer was.
Oh, I'll find it again. Yeah. It was, I kind of liked it.
No. It was so bad, dude. And look, I liked the character. The trainer character was cool. Like, it was a really good juxtaposition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was nice, like, that was cool. As a trainer, that's great. But, like, you're going through this whole ordeal, the whole journey, and then you're like, oh, you know what? Halfway through, you know what? I give up, guys. I'm good.
Cruz Ramirez.
Oh, Cruz Ramirez, of course. Of course, Cruz Ramirez. How could I forget? That's my bad. It just was so anticlimactic, bro. Like I didn't like that at all. Like halfway through like the race, he just gives up, and I'm like, dude, this can't be real, man. I can't believe you just took 2 hours of this movie to build this race up, and at the very end of it, he just gives up. Horrible.
Crazy hot take, but I'm kind of an action guy. I really like the second one.
The second one,
yeah.
where he's racing with the Italian cars and all that.
Yeah, he's flying around.
Yeah. No, that's not bad. That's not bad. Although that one was not even about Lightning McQueen.
Nothing about him.
It was very little Lightning McQueen and mostly about Mater.
Yep.
So it was like the Mater movie. And okay, again, I can't believe I'm doing this whole film breakdown. But like. That felt, dude, I'm surprised you're saying Cars 2, man, because honestly, it felt like a cash grab.
I like the first one better. First was my favorite one, but I like 2.
It felt like a cash grab because Mater was like a crazy popular, like commercially successful character.
Yep.
Right? Like he did like a lot of merchandise sales, Mater. Like surprisingly so. And so they're like, hey man, you know what? Let's lean into the whole thing and we could give Mater a bunch of different looks and we can sell all those toys, dude.
True, that's true. I didn't even really think about that.
It felt a little too cash grabby for me, man. It's like, oh dude, we could sell Mater with like the wings. We could sell Mater with this paint job. We could sell Mater with this paint job. It just felt a little too cash grabby for me, dude. I didn't have anything. There was nothing wrong with the story itself, but it felt a little gross.
You didn't like Finn McMissile.
Finn McMissile was the best, dude. Finn McMissile was the best.
Finn McMissile.
Oh, man.
All right, well, I'm going to throw that in the takes of the day tomorrow.
Okay.
Cars
perfect.
2.
Cars 2
was an absolute cash grab.
Yeah, a little bit of a cash grab. And then Cars 3 is like, come on, bro. What are we doing out here? You just wasted my time. I mean, if we're going to do a Cruz Ramirez story arc, that came out of absolutely nowhere, dude. Like, dude, you just built up Lightning McQueen and his struggle for 2 hours. I'm invested hardcore into that story. I'm so invested. I'm like, yes. Old school training techniques. This is Rocky IV meets Cars. This is sick. I love it. Is it okay? And it'd be like Rocky in the middle of the fight being like, hey, actually, I don't got it anymore, guys. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I just don't got it anymore, though. Drago, you are a great competitor. You're going to be a future world champion, man. Good job. Actually, you are the world champion. And I appreciate you giving me a really good fight, but I just don't got it anymore, dudes. It'd be like Rocky IV. It'd be like Rocky IV fighting Ivan Drago and like giving a really like competitive few rounds, like just 3 or 4, just like banger rounds. And then being like, you know what? Man, it was a great run, guys. It was a great run. Not for me, though. Not for me. I appreciate it, guys. But actually, I'm going to let my trainer jump in here now. Thanks, guys. He'll finish the fight. And out of nowhere, his trainer, who was Apollo Creed's trainer, he just comes in and just starts blasting Ivan Drago out of nowhere. Dog, what? What happened? That's exactly what happened in Cars 3. I wasn't with it, dude. There were so many great moments of Cars 3, and the ending was just like, dude, this is such a disappointment, bro. That's probably as in-depth of a breakdown of the Cars franchise as you will ever find.
It really was.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't even get to what I needed to get to. We started by talking about Disney and NFL, dude. Why did the Chargers get Pegasus, dude? That's an unbelievable amount of disrespect, man. Unbelievable. Give them Zeus or give them Lightning McQueen. It's literally in the name, Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow. What are we doing? The amount of disrespect is give them Pegasus. There's absolutely nothing that connects Pegasus the horse to the Chargers. Makes no sense whatsoever. None at all. All right. We're going to take a break. Oh, I didn't even tell you about the Chiefs, but I teased the Chiefs. Okay, let me give it to you quickly. The Chiefs got the big bad wolf, which is absolutely insane. They got the big bad wolf. It's insane because why? Because do you remember the story of Chiefsaholic? Chiefsaholic was a diehard Chiefs fan, would show up in a full wolf costume. Do you know what happened to Chiefsaholic? He got 32 years in prison for robbing banks.
Oh boy.
It was so bad, they made a documentary about it. It was so bad, the Chargers social team made fun of the Chiefs and Chiefsaholic in their schedule release video. Disney and NFL said, you know what would be really funny? Is if we gave you the big bad wolf. We would basically, your basic mascot from Disney is Chiefsaholic. That isn't like a stone cold, insane pairing. And I love it. I want to think they did that on purpose. I think I'm like convinced that they did not do this on purpose. Why did they give them the big bad wolf? What is the connection with the big bad wolf and the Chiefs playing at Arrowhead? Like, what is there's no connection at all. None. I don't understand. Other than the bank robbery bit. Like, what? That's crazy. All right, dude, I'm way over. All right, we'll be right back. James Coe here with you. Taking you up for the next 9 minutes here. All the way to the 10 o'clock hour. James Coe Show. Every night. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's with an asterisk, though. It's every night when I'm not doing other shows. Next week, for example. Last week it was me and Bill Reiter. Next week it will be me and Doug McCain. Should be a lot of fun. We'll find out what's going on, man. Okay, we're going to close out the show like we do so many times with Takes of the Day.
It's time for Takes of the Day.
What do you think about Le GM? I don't see it that way. But I will say, that's how a lot of fans
The Dodgers need to shut him down from pitching for a month.
This is reckless behavior.
Lakers should move on. All right. Our guy Double P scoured the other shows. Does a great job there. And he found some of the best takes from some of the other shows. Hit me, Double P.
All right. Well, we start with the morning show, of course. Cody Decker on Ashton Genty. You know Cody's a Raider guy, right?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Big time Raider guy? Okay.
Unfortunately, he knows that it won't affect the Raiders no matter how long Genty's out because, well, they're going to stink anyways.
Even though they played bad teams, and I've said it on the show.
You got to beat bad teams. I mean, you got to beat bad teams.
But they're beating bad teams in the...
We're going to get to that one afterwards.
It's looking like he will be back at some point this season. When will that be? I don't really think it matters. This team is racing for 6, baby. This is going for 6 wins. The over-under for this team is 5.5 in the most devastating division in the NFL, and they have the hardest record in the NFL. At the end of the day, how much does this impact their season? None. None and zero.
Well, first of all, it's an ankle sprain. We don't know how much time he's going to miss. Hopefully, it's not a high ankle. High ankle sprains are debilitating for depending on the severity of the ankle sprain. So we don't have total clarity there, and we don't know how much time he's going to miss. But I would disagree wholeheartedly that it will matter because Ashton Genty running behind a Clint Kubiak scheme, which by the way they upgraded their offensive line here as well. They upgraded their offensive line, adding Tyler Linderbaum, great center. But it's Clint Kubiak's system, which is one of, in my opinion, one of the best run game designs in the NFL. Again, when you're talking not Sean McVay, not Kyle Shanahan, those are the top 2. And then I really like Stefanski's run design. And then to me, I think it's Clint Kubiak and Stefanski right there at 3. So, no, actually, I think it matters because Genty is an outside, this guy can run to the outside. I don't want to get too far into the weeds here, but he is awesome running to the outside, whether we're talking about zone or on man gap scheme. And Mike Washington is good, but he is not good at running to the outside. He's a straight line player and is a home run threat in between the tackles. I think he's going to have the Zach Charbonnet role, and Kenneth Walker's role will be more Genty. And Genty's more explosive than Kenneth Walker. So, and we saw how good Kenneth Walker was in the postseason here for Seattle. If Genty is healthy, running in a Clint Kubiak system, expect this guy to go absolutely ham sandwich. It's a perfect pairing. It is peanut butter and jelly. It's hot sauce and fried chicken. Man, these two things just go together. So I understand what Cody is saying. Maybe it doesn't matter in terms of total, wins. Maybe. But I think if we're just talking about building a good culture and being respectable, I think Genty will be the driving force behind the offense. Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to D-Mac and Reiter. They talk a little bit about what's going on the diamond. You got a little snippet of it there. D-Mac and Reiter on the Dodgers beating up on bad teams.
Even though they played bad teams, and I've said it on the show.
You got to beat bad teams. I mean, you got to beat bad teams.
But they're beating bad teams in the ways that they should be. Elite starting pitching, opportunistic offense. So I think you can take away some positives.
Bad teams by blowing leads that they should hold on to.
So what do you want to do? Schedule? I mean, they can only play the schedules in front of them.
But that doesn't mean they're beating the way that you should. You said they're beating the way that they should. They should beat teams by blowing the lead and then winning the 10th inning.
That's such a classic Bill Reiter, Doug McCain interchange. No, it's I see both sides of it, to be honest with you. The way that they should be, look, I think when you're playing bad teams and you have a superstar team, you quote-unquote should beat them like, I don't know, 5-1, 6-2. It should be an easy go. Obviously, baseball is a little bit weird. It doesn't always quite go that way. And so I understand where Doug is coming from, too, where they're getting great starting pitching, and they are hitting timely hits, and the power surge has been real for the past 6 games as well. But I don't know. I think saying this is the way they should beat them is probably going a stretch too far. Look, I started my whole show talking about how there are still very much cracks in the armor here. Middle relief is really bad. Kyle Tucker, I think, is still pretty bad. They've gotten a little bit extra juice in terms of power, so that part of it is encouraging, but still, they're not getting that much power. You know, I mean, I think that's really where it gets a little bit uncomfortable. If we're having this conversation, it's a little uncomfortable because it's an older roster, it's an older unit. By the way, shout out to myself, bro. Like, again, if I could, like, I don't want to like back tap myself too much here, man, but like, I talked about this literally 2 months ago, how this is an older roster and how they're getting unexpected production from Pages and Muncy and at the time Dalton Rushing, and that could evaporate. And if it evaporates because it's so much of an older roster, are the old guys going to come through and play? And I laid out the disaster scenario of the unexpected production goes away, and then the older players still don't get you more. And that's exactly what's happened.
And Pages gets hurt.
And then Pages gets hurt.
And he gets hurt too.
Right, no one expected. Dude, but listen, that injury is very phantom, bro. That's like...
Yeah, he gets hurt too.
That's a Pac-Man ghost. That's a Pac-Man ghost. Okay, I'm not buying that one, dude. You know? And by the way, Timmy Trumpets is banned. It's blocked. It's blocked. How dare you play that song? I even talked about how he needs to go from trumpets. He needs to go from trumpets to the saxophone. That's what needs to happen. Also, the fact that he's moving to the 8th, like there's no way they actually play that music for him in the 8th. So that music is gone now. Like that's what's interesting to me.
Oh yeah, the lights aren't coming down in the 8th.
No, you're not doing that. You're not doing the whole song and dance in the 8th, man. So that song is gone. So the Dodgers have also blocked it. They also said it's banned.
This song will never die, though.
It's been banned from the James Coe show, and now it's banned from Dodger Stadium. It's banned. It's gone. Hey, great show tonight. Want to thank my guy Double P. I'm James Coe, but remember, it's never too late to chase your dreams.
You've been listening to The James Coe Show.
For fantasy purposes.
On the new 97.1 The Fan.
His effectiveness in the intermediate area of the field, it's not close.
The voice of LA Sports. If you miss any of the show, listen back on the iHeart and Always free Odyssey app.